Hallo. Okay, gesagt, sind aktiv am Streamer im Gang, ne? Zu stark. Ja, mal streamen Doki Doki Literaturclub weiter. Ich habe gesagt, ich habe geguckt, ob der Talk klappt. Schon nur so eine witzige Story zu erzählen, was Haut betrifft. Im Prinzip wäre es Haut nicht gegangen. Mit das vieles passiert. Ja, das erzähle ich schon geschwind. Check, ich meine, Nummer im Deck hat Werbung. Dies, das. Aber ich muss drum gucken, am Sound, weil gestern schon Mario Kart halt gestreamt und du wo und ich halt den Ingame hart gemacht, weil wo auch nicht Call ist, wo halt nehmen Ingame und so Snipes kommentiert, dies, das und ja, ich muss nur mal hier ein bisschen Werbung machen, ne? So wie ihr das halt kennt. Warte kurz, ne? Okay, so. Ähm, ich von meinem eigenen Livestream gerade nicht. Ah, ich steige jetzt schon am Handy am sehr, sehr kleinen Dings sichern. Den Link. Oh mein Gott, ich hasse den Instagram-Story. I mean. Äh, GTA geführt Message bei Let's. Man geht der Bot nicht, ne? Hier stopp aus den Strom bei Werbung ran. Hi, der Mars 130. Voilà. Gib mal einen kleinen Discord. Letztes Mal ich füge, dass den direkt nicht geht, dann ich als Mod kein Rechte haben. Der cool. Ja, ich habe unbedingt mal Crew Battle gesehen, die soll anscheinend ein bisschen aufgebluffen. Wei, wenn das Jeff Luscherem? Ich gehe gar nicht. Obwohl. Ich gehe. Ja, moin, auf alle Fall. Ähm. Wo ist die scheiß Werbung schon? So, wir laufen alle gucken, kann ich bezweifeln, damit kann ich mal probieren, ne? So, let's go. Oder so etwas. Ich muss ja mal kurz Monitor wechseln. So machen wir mit dem Sound aus, von Scheiße aus, von nicht dann, ne? Bla bla. Okay, machen wir eine kleine Variation. Ich sehe den Provo LOL. Ah, oha, oha. Okay, moin. Ich weiß nicht, wie es selber. Ah, wahrscheinlich Notifications. Keine Ahnung. Auf alle Fall, ja, moin. Ja, ich weiß halt nicht, wie beim Ingame Sound das fand man schon raus. Was bei der Side Story stehen geblieben, man hat neu. Stimmt. Was hat man Balance schon fertig? Nee, ist ein dumm. Balance hat man nicht fertig gemacht. Das hat man heute ein Bild, I guess. War einfach eine Menge for you. Lol. Für wann nicht? Ja, also wenn du smart gucken willst, dann guck mal von nicht, dann ist auch okay. Gehst du mal geschlagen? Nein, wie, ne, das, wo ist das Bild? Voilà, für als hat so record my her build trust, understanding, respect, Dings fehlt das ja noch. Balance. Stimmt, ich muss einen Stream promoten, so. Egal, wir sprangen ja schon ran. Okay, Musik spielt schon auf, da so machen wir das mit der Balance. Ich muss immer noch bei meiner Kollegin mein Stream promoten gehen, wie immer. Wo ist den dummen Channel? Schon. An was du brat für Mu. Also Schule grad noch gespielt. Ich war mir überlegen, bisschen so ranzuposten. Nee, nicht ranzuposten. Ich war mir überlegen, zu streamen, wie ich halt mit Yoshi ein bisschen die Stars spielen. Mir, ich war da so, ich meine Doki Doki, vielleicht dem nur wie spät es geht, streamt schon vielleicht noch. Ich muss nur mal noch im Frei raus, wenn es zum Ganzen, für den Zug halt wenn ich werde um 11 Uhr 38 stoßen. Ich gucke, wie bisschen mal Zeit nutzen für nach Freeplay und so weiter. Moin Meister, fandet okay so. Okay, perfekt, perfekt. So. Ja. Fang on, I guess. Was machst du? Ja, stimmt. Warte, ich muss überlegen. Kurz kleiner Recap von gestern im Cup. Sayuri an Natsuki. Ah, ja, stimmt. Ich mag Sayuri, wo pisst ab Natsuki irgendwie so ich heiß. Egal, da lies mal mal. Oh, massiv für den kleinen Follow High. Let's Gamer. Ist ganz live. Ich wüsste nicht, wenn es der Boss. Obwohl, wahrscheinlich schon. Irgendwie auch nicht. Mehr. Das ist nicht schlimm. Doki Doki. Ja. Oh, da gehen Scherren beballert mit Nachrichten. Ich muss dann aufs Klanges. Ich muss dann einen Klang Promotion machen. Da. An den Sound kommt logisch. Es ist zu spät. Von der Karte auf. Alles easy. Ja, da fangen wir an. It's lunchtime. Sayori, who usually buys her lunch, is making way to the cafeteria like any other day. The clamor and bustle of the students is drawn by Sayori's impeccable skill of zoning out. However, her imagination is momentarily interrupted by the glimpse of a familiar pink-haired girl. Hey, that's Natsuki. I never run into the other club members around the school. Natsuki! Sayori stands on her tiptoes and waves. Natsuki, who was busy walking and chatting with her friends, doesn't notice Sayori at first. Are you YouTuber? I am, Chris Broad. Then she glances over in Sayori's direction. Sayori waves enthusiastically. Following her friends, Natsuki quickly ducks around the corner. Hey, she definitely saw me. Einfach ignoriert gehen. That is okay. Monika is the first to arrive to the club meeting, then Natsuki. Sayori, having glanced through the window to see Natsuki already inside, is unable to work up enough courage to enter. Natsuki's been so distant with me. I was so stupid to think she ever wanted to be friends. She only got excited because she got to share a manga. But aside from that, she doesn't even like me. I should just go home today. Sorry, but do you plan on going inside? No. Why? I'm sulking. Oh. Well, I'm sorry for bothering you. Excuse me. No, don't leave me. Oh, I'll stay here then. I don't want to go in. I'm afraid of bothering Natsuki. I saw her at lunch today, so I waved and called out to her, but instead of saying hi, she just ran away from me. Really? Not bad. Hey! So sorry, I'm sorry, that was a joke. It just sounded like something stupid that I would do from anxiety. From anxiety? Well, I just don't like attention being drawn to myself. Oh. Well, that makes sense based on the person you are, but Natsuki isn't shy like that at all. I thought we were friends. But it feels like every day she's just trying to distance herself more instead of get closer. It makes me feel like she was only spending time with me during the club because I was reading manga, but she doesn't actually want to be friends with me. Well, I feel like I'm missing a lot of context here. Was she in the middle of anything when you approached her? No, she was just walking with her friends. With her friends? Yuri pauses for a moment. How do I put this? Sayori, you're very fond of your friends, right? You always want to be spending time with them. Of course, I don't think there's anything more important to me. Ich muss ja kurz eine Promotion machen. So. I mean, the best parts of my day are always with my friends. Besides that, I really hate being alone, so... You hate being alone? Sayori nods. We're very different people. I cherish my time alone. I wouldn't trade it for anything. So I think, well, if I was trying to have alone time and it was being threatened with an interruption, then it just would not make me very happy. Yeah, but it doesn't have to do with Natsuki. She was already with her friends, not trying to be alone or anything. No, I think it's similar. It's, well, we're all friends in the club. But we have our own lives outside of the club as well. If you think about it, making new friends isn't some casual occurrence, it happens on a daily basis. A friendship is an invitation to intertwine your lives together, but the capacity at which each person is ready to do that might be different. There are friends who just like to have fun together, and others who talk every day and share every detail of their lives with each other. I think when establishing a friendship, it's important to consider the comfort level of the other person. I mean, we don't really know much about Natsuki's life outside the club. It could be that she simply needs to make friends at her own pace rather than jump headfirst into new commitments. But that means I really was bothering her. Mein Gott, wird sie gerade überfordert? So. I just really want to be good friends with her, so I treated her like one. Was I actually hurting her? I don't know, I'm sorry. My insight was really only based on what I understand about my own needs. And Natsuki and I are completely different, so... Why was I so selfish? Even if all that is true, that it still means I hurt her. I think I messed up. Yuri, with you, I think I was really careful to understand your needs when I was becoming friends with you. But I wasn't careful at all with Natsuki because she already seemed social. I just took control of everything instead of looking for the right balance. Now I hurt her and she doesn't want to talk to me. How could I let myself do this? Sayori? I think that, well, there was one time you told me something about the way I saw things in my head being different from reality. It's easy to automatically jump to the worst case scenario, but I think it's more likely that Natsuki doesn't harbor any ill feelings towards you. So I think if I were to realistically consider the situation, how it will cause someone to feel I'm bad at this, I'm sorry. You're a lot better than me at things like comforting and reassuring people. Suddenly Sayori gives Yuri a gentle hug. You're the best, Yuri. Oh fuck. I'm sorry for burdening you with this, you're trying so hard for me. You're such a sweetheart. It's not a burden. I enjoy listening to others. I'm a frenzy of happiness. Sayori beeps. Well, I think I'm gonna give Natsuki some space. She should do what she wants. And if she does still want to be friends, then I'll learn her needs and I'll match her boundaries. Yeah, I'm sure that's what's best. I wish I didn't feel so awful and guilty. It makes me feel desperate, like I need to make it up to her by trying to make her happy. But that's not what she needs, I just have to tell myself that. It hurts, but I guess it means I still need to grow. I really want to grow as a person. If it's to be better for my friends, I want that. That's her Major of you, Sayori. Hey, I'm Major. Sayori hops up and down on her toes. So does that mean you'll be going home after all? Sayori shakes her head. I need to be here to show her that I respect her space. I just spent the club by myself today. Yuri nods in understanding. You can go in first. Okay. You're blocking the door. Oh. Sayori steps aside. By the way, before Yuri's entered the club room, Sayori interjects. You said that you and Natsuki are completely different, but I don't really think that's true. I think you're actually really similar in a lot of ways. Yuri smiles and shakes her head. Sayori, that's absurd. You're very silly sometimes. Yuri turns and enters the club room. After a moment, Sayori follows. Ho ho. The club room is quiet. When Sayori walks in, Natsuki glances in her direction. Sayori smiles and gives Natsuki a quick wave before sitting down across the room. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Sayori decides it's best to continue the manga she was reading, so she pulls it out. However, it looks like Natsuki isn't reading today. She has a sheet of paper in front of her and is tapping a pen against her desk, staring at it. Oh, are we writing today? Monika speaks in a quiet voice, unwilling to disturb the peace of the club room. She kneels down at Natsuki's desk. Hey! Natsuki pulls the sheet closer to her and covers it with her arms. Sorry, I didn't mean to peek. Whatever. I just wanted to see how everything was going. It's fine. Natsuki replies dismissively. mein Gott, wie muss er die ganze Zeit über links Slide online gehen? Actually, wie kannst du das machen? Obwohl, ne, ich will da wo los, mir für Stream kann ich da aus, wenn wir dann vergessen, Strom zwar. Ah, da wird schon kein mehr online kommen, alles easy. Ich spiele mein kleiner Bruder halt Minecraft, das ignorieren wir einfach. She glances over at Sayori, who is focused on a manga. Monica follows Natsuki's gaze. I think she's mad at me. How come? I'm busy right now, ask me later. Monica falls silent. Natsuki looks back down at her paper. She inches her head away from the top margin, allowing Monica to see. It says, to Sayori. Understanding, Monica smiles. She places a hand on Natsuki's shoulder and whispers softly. I'm proud of you. Natsuki looks away, but makes no motion to remove Monica's hand. Monica gives Natsuki's shoulder a quick squeeze before standing back up and pulling away. So, hast du noch fertig? Nicht mal egal. The end of the club meeting passes. Yuri has already departed, so has Monica, after checking on Sayori and Natsuki to ensure they wouldn't stay too late. Sayori was... Oh my fucking god, man. Da war ich schon, kannst du okay mehr online und dann, Sora spielt Smash. Na, das ist okay. Sayori was determined to finish her manga volume before heading out, since the end was approaching. However, with Natsuki also staying late for an unknown reason, a silent tension hangs in the air. After finishing the volume, Sayori brings it to the closet to put it away. By the way, weil nur nach online geht, und wenn es kein ist, der nicht am Stream ist, weil am Stream gibt bestimmt Express online gut. Da mancht der Scheiß aus. She slides it back onto the shelf while Natsuki watches. Then Natsuki gets back up and pulls it back out in order to return it to its proper location. Sorry, I didn't know where it's supposed to go. It's fine. The two fall silent again, avoiding eye contact. They both look like they're about to say something, but neither can break the silence. A moment passes. Well, I'll be on my way. See you tomorrow. Sayori turns away to hide a pained expression, then walks away from the closet. If there was any proof Natsuki no longer wanted to be friends, this was it. Defeated, Sayori cuts herself out of the club room. Once in the hallway, Sayori takes a deep breath and hits her palms against her cheeks to clear her head a little. Suddenly, Natsuki's stammering voice calls from behind. Natsuki? Startled, Sayori turns back around to face Natsuki. Oh, let's go. Look gut mal heute the model. Im Hintergrund sind kein interessant sein. Obwohl das actually wie nennt das blonde Spruch also ne blonde Schrift irgendwas hat beacht, ne? Da steht actually nee ist ein Idiot. Oh mein Gott, das ist kein blonde Schrift. Das ist Mors. Ich kann Mors. Na, ich kann anfangen mit SOS. Der Rest konnte ich vielleicht mal kurz mehr. Lang, dreimal lang, kurz, kurz. Pedro, übersetzt mal das mal, wann es schläft. Brei heißt das. Ja, genau. Na, Pedro, weißt du gerade vielleicht, also ich weiß, was am Morgen besser, ich weiß nicht, ob du wirklich auch dazu kannst an Ziffern. Sonst guck einfach für mich nur, wenn du Bock hast. Oder sie... Ja, ich warte halt, weil er nur gesagt, obwohl nicht mal so ein Screenshot und da, wenn du willst, wenn du da gucken musst, dann kannst du abschlagen. Natsuki fidgets and anxiously continues with a shaking voice. I have a lot of things to say. Me too. Aber ich wollte noch gucken, wenn da am Hintergrund zu gesehen hast, halt ihre Stundenplan im Random as Wing. So ein komisches Diagramm, wo ich nicht dann Ziffern kriegen. Die Kalender. Das war was. But you go first. Natsuki bites her lip and can't stay still. Well, first of all, she cuts herself short, struggling to continue. Trying to force the words out, she stamps her foot and hops up and down a little. I'm sorry for the thing I did at lunch, and I'm sorry for just being kind of mean lately. It's really hard for me to like. I mean, I'm not good with things that make me uncomfortable, especially when it comes to like feelings and stuff. So, face burning, Natsuki clams up again. Instead of continuing, she simply holds up a sheet of paper for Sayori to take. Ooh, a poem. The best place in the world. I love my bedroom. It's full of bright colors and soft things. The sunlight shines in and makes everything sparkle. It's the best place in the world. It has all my treasures, all my books, my collections, my memories. All of my dreams were born in this room. It's the best place in the world. It has all my secrets, all my failures, my fears, my feelings. Sometimes it feels so fragile that the door will break at the slightest touch. But it's still the best place in the world. But when someone knocks, I get scared. I brace my arms against the loose hinges. Please don't break, don't come in, I'm not ready. It's my best place in the world. The knocking won't stop. I block the door with furniture. An eye peeks through the keyhole and I panic. I'm trapped in the best place in the world. I'm not ready to share my favorite place. I need to clean my secrets and make my bed to hide my nightmares. I need to touch them to put them away, to see them again. I have so much to do and I'm scared. I'm not ready. But it's still my favorite place. I still want to share it. However long it takes, if you wait patiently, I'll eventually open the door. Open the door. Für die de Let's Play relativ gut kennen, das ist schon ein Door open. Das ist nicht immer eine gute Idee, ne? And I'll show you the best place in the world. It's a poem, but I thought, well, I sucked it up so that I could work things out with you. So just be happy about it, please. Sayori smiles deeply from the bottom of her heart. I'm happy that I could express. I feel so awful, but I'm so happy that you will do this for me. I actually realized before the club meeting today that I made a mistake. I got so caught up in the chance to get closer to you that I forgot to think about what you wanted. By the ways, wo soll man einfach mal da du sag, I mean, da das auch, ne? Also, kannst du gucken, ich will, also, das nervt mich schon mit dem blöden Morse-Code zu haben. Kann ich dir dann eine Ziffer, wann schläft, das nervt mich. Ich meine, könnte geschwind in ein angebracht. Ist man nicht sicher, oder? Oh, ich meine aber nicht. Ich lausche gerade. Ich habe keinen Bock, dass er einfach angebracht wird. Das ist immer kritisch, so. Nee, that is okay. Move weiter. I got so caught up in the chance to get closer to you that I forgot to think about what you wanted, and that we probably have different ways we like to make friends. About like the friendship stuff. I mean, it's okay, I understand, so you don't have to force yourself to talk about it. Your poem did a great job, so don't force yourself if you're not ready yet, okay? Natsuki nods. You don't have to feel like you did anything wrong, it was my fault and I'm sorry. I wasn't mad at you today or anything like that, I actually felt really guilty and wanted to give you space. I was thinking it's silly that I just approach you all the time and that I should just let you approach me when you want to. Just whatever makes you comfortable, I'll respect it from now on. Friendship should always start with those things. With the right balance. Natsuki nods again. One thing about that... Well, I don't want to have to approach you all the time either, I just want it to be balanced, like you said. Sayori nods. I understand. Well, we'll make sure of that together then. Well, anyway, now that the two of them have found common ground, Natsuki finds it easier to speak more freely again. I'm not gonna be like sharing my points all the time now or anything like that, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to do once in a while, only the best ones. So you better like them, because otherwise I might change my mind. I like anything you do, Natsuki. I was just saying. More importantly, I have to tell you about my new boyfriend. What? Huh? Oh, from the manga. Ah, okay. Schon gut, ich habe schon so Main Character hinzgemacht, wobei der Main Character kein Alternativ mit so zusammenkommen mit alles erreicht. Eine Zeit schon nur all diese Sachen. Also wann halt die Main Story kommt. Wait, I need to guess who it is? You definitely won't be able to guess. The two walk down the hallway together. Oh my god, we have so much to talk about. Dan, I should have told you to save the last two chapters so I could see your reaction to the big reveal. Ah, you wanted to enjoy it with me? That's so cute. Oh, Du hast fertig, I guess. Ja. Dates are good, one mail. Binary data and virtual machine 2. I've made some new hardware with VM2. Don't get too excited, it's still impossible to establish any kind of stable connection. It occurred to me that I could at least run a memory dump through some pattern analysis efficiency. You know, I didn't want to hold this other time, but I have superior that include the present. I am reading of server time next week to isolate any chunks of memory that appear to be binary data at success. We will definitely be able to find some encoded text and get our first. Okay. Gut, machen wir ein Bild. Oh, let's go. Finish the side story balance 2. Ah, das ist sonst immer ganz fertig. Du kannst halt das CGI plus. Wait. Ah, für Respect to gut oder 2. Oder sonst gerade auch Balance, Understanding, Respect to. Oh, ich kann nicht ganz resoomen. Oh mein Gott, Leute, okay, geguckt, was der macht, gerade. Da! Ja, da guckt man nach den Dopp. Ah, lo mal all. Ah, what best place in the world guckt man lo on. A poem from Natsuki distributed at special events in the past. Acquire all of Natsuki. Ah, a Spezialen. I named my pen. The expression expressed my feelings aboard. With a ticket to you, no room for stammers, no lies, no extra stops, no compromise. Station screaming by, attendant saying hi. One ticket to you, please and thank you. Take a headphone and dose. No bumps in the rails, just thumbs in my heart and loops in my letters and clouds in the sky and dreams in your eyes. Hey, wake up! The train has arrived. Express destination you. Choo choo. Ho ho. Weil das ist Poems mal all. Oha, okay. Ja, das heute kriegen wir da mal einen von den zwei anderen, die in übrig bleiben, machen, I guess. Ähm. Ja. Tisch, man kennt dann. Da ist CGI-Model, da ist CGI-Model. Hier kommen da zwei Secret Stories. Oh mein fucking Gott. Ja, hier wird da wahrscheinlich der eigene Scenery zu sehen, also da. Sketches haben wir oral. Na, pro Moment schreiben wir wirklich alles oder so fertig schon. Easy. Respect haben wir fertig. Understanding. Trust. Balance. Reflection. Self-Love. Okay. Flower sitzt. Bald sing. Ah, ja, auch relax, relax. Let's go. Am I bothering you? Oh mein Gott, als ob ich schon direkt hier geskippt und das hat schon gut gemacht. Huh? No. Okay, just checking. It's hard to tell since you always look so into it when you're reading. It makes me scared to interrupt. Well, it's within my expectations to be interrupted when I read here. It's mainly when I'm by myself that I don't like it. That makes sense. I guess if you're here in the first place, then you're more ready to socialize, even if it takes a little bit of prodding. It's not so bad to be social if I let others do the work, so it can be healthy to put myself in a social environment every now and then. It's mostly difficult when I don't know anyone, or there are too many people, or everyone is being too silly for me to keep up with. Yuri glances across the room at Sayori and Natsuki. Sayori has her head cocked back and her mouth open, trying to catch pieces of a cookie that Natsuki is lobbing into the air, but the pieces keep bouncing off her face and hitting the floor. Maybe I should say something. No need, they just ran out of cookie. What a waste. They've really become good friends, haven't they? I'm happy. Sayori seems particularly good at making that happen. But the two of them are both on the energetic side, so I suppose it works out well. Yeah, come to think of it, you and I haven't had any chance to talk one-on-one, have we? Oops. Though that may be partially my fault, since I'm supposed to be the one engaging club members. Not at all. I've probably formed a habit of drawing in minimal attention to myself. The responsibility is equally on me, at least it is with some openness to engage. Well, what about during times like lunch? Do you meet up with friends? I just read. Oh, but I like it that way. It feels nice to be carried over again after a morning of classes. Do you always read fantasy? Oh, not always. I suppose it's all I've read recently, but only because I'm in the middle of the series. There are still 2 more books after this one. I guess those long books suit you well, since you spend so much time reading. Well, fantasy may be my favorite, but after that, I'm more or less indiscriminate to genres. I'll read anything with depth and maturity. Oh yeah? Even like romance? Well, there are a lot of books that have elements of romance in them. Oh, come on, Yuri, you know what I mean. Monica loves her voice. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, so I won't tell anyone if you do too. Maybe more when I was in middle school. I mean, I was really lonely and people were mean to me a lot. So it kind of felt like, please don't make me think about the past. Sorry, I just got super curious. You know, we should totally pick out a romance novel to read. That would be so much fun. Absolutely not. Really? Even if it was just between us? Try asking someone who has no shame, like Natsuki. Ouch. Sorry, I swear I didn't mean that. Well, I guess it was my fault for pressing you. I'm like that for things in my past too, you know? Things I feel too embarrassed to re-experience. There's nothing wrong with growing out of things. It happens to everyone. For instance, Natsuki's interest in manga reminds me quite a bit of how intense I used to be about my own interests. It makes me think that she'll likely grow out of it too. Hey, were you talking about me? Oh, also ein bisschen rumgeskippt und schon damit A gedrückt. No, we were just... Oh, we were just talking about how our interests have changed over the years. When did you get into manga, Natsuki? Like a couple years ago, I guess. I was already sort of into it before that, but I wasn't really going hard until then. Oh yeah, what was it that inspired you to get more into it? I don't know. I guess, let me think. It was after I discovered a series that I really liked. Yeah, I was just like really fed up with a lot of things and I got super into this one series that I really related to. I guess I had an edgy phase where I just hated everyone around me and wanted to be myself, haha. Hey, kind of like Yuri. But Monica... sorry. That's... Oh my god, das ist verkehr. That's completely wrong, so... It's still cool that you both really found your thing. They're almost like opposites, but it sounds like they helped you a lot through hard times. You know it. Wow, what the heck is that book even bigger than the last one you were reading? It's technically slightly longer, but not by very much. How high do you think it would get if you stacked up the whole series? Natsuki estimates by holding a hand high above her head, sizing up an imaginary stack. I should get one of these mangas that's like 50 volumes long so that I can say I've read more than you, haha. Not that I have the money for that. Please, that would hardly count when your books only have a few words per page. I know, I was just so joking. I could never actually read books like yours. It's too boring for me. Yuri shoots a glad Natsuki. It's not boring. Chill, I said for me, not for you. I can have my own opinion, just think it's too convoluted. Sayuri, are those from the floor? Gross. Also, wash your hands before touching any of my books. But my hands aren't dirty. Just do it. The oils are there even if you can't see them. Fine. Sayuri trots out the door and Natsuki follows. Yuri, you look a little upset. What kind of nerve does she have to call my hobby boring? Well, she did correct herself. Hardly, she was so condescending. I don't mind if she thinks it's not for her. I already understand that it's not for everyone. But she knows well how much these mean to me, so how about just leaving me alone instead of needlessly telling me the things you hate about it? I'm sorry, Yuri. You may be right, this won't be the last time people have strong feelings about what they like and don't like, especially in the literature club, so I should figure out how to mediate discussions to keep them positive and constructive. For the record, I've always been impressed by the level of creativity in your books and also your ability to get through them so quickly. Thank you. Okay, well, this is something that I'll have to think about and revisit. I'm sure I can help Natsuki find some common ground with you. Common ground is necessary, just wish to respect it. That then, either way, I'll do my best. I'm skeptical when it comes to Natsuki. I trust you, Monica, but I'm skeptical. Okay, everyone. We have a special club meeting today. As you know, the literature club is a place where we get to share things that we're really passionate about, but it also means we should be mindful in how we respond to each other's feelings. I think we have a chance to turn our differences into positive energy for each other. Aren't you being a little dramatic about this? This is important to me. Well, sorry, I just feel like I'm being accused of something. No, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm sorry if I came off that day, but our conversation yesterday made me reflect on the power of language, and I thought it would be a good topic for the literature club, don't you think? I'm sure we're going to have differences in opinion a lot, so I need to make sure we're prepared to keep a positive atmosphere in the club. If you say so, sure. The cool thing about language is that it gives us a lot of different ways to express the same idea or emotion. We have a lot of control over how we want the other person to feel when receiving our thought. This goes for poetry, narratives, casual conversation, basically anything. For example, Sayuri, what's your favorite food? I have them organized by category. Should I start with snacks or do you mean full meal? Should they include breakfast? Oh jeez. Okay, how about your favorite fruit? That's easy, cherries. Really? I always thought cherries tasted nasty. What? Cherries are delicious. Wow, that's a pretty strong reaction. Well, I just don't understand how somebody could think cherries are nasty. How does it make you feel? I don't know, sad? Defensive maybe? Yeah, I got defensive. See, the reason you had such a strong reaction wasn't just because I don't like cherries, it's because you felt like your opinion was under attack. But that's weird, right? Something like that is completely subjective. But when I say something like, I think cherries taste nasty, I'm using objective language. I'm challenging Sayori's reality that cherries are delicious with my own, which is that cherries are nasty. Wait, hold on. How is that objective when you just said it was only your own opinion? It has to do with the way our brains interpret the words. You're talking about the reality of the cherries, not your feelings about them. Like Sayori. Let's rewind for a second and pretend I didn't tell you that I think cherries are nasty. Good. So what if instead of that I said like, I've tried cherries and they're not for me, it's not the kind of flavor I enjoy. Well, that's fine. As long as you don't call them nasty. Nasty is a nasty word. Okay, so cherry was kind of a weird example, but I think it gets the point across. This time around, instead of talking about the cherries, I just talk about my feelings, and Sayori didn't get defensive. So instead of clashing with each other, it's like we received an invitation to talk about our differences. Yuri, you don't need to take notes, I'm not gonna quiz you or something. I know that. I was just, sorry, I didn't mean to call you out. You can do whatever you'd like. But does anyone have any thoughts so far? Yeah, I just feel like I shouldn't have to put all my language through a filter just to protect someone's feelings. Well, you don't have to. The choice is yours on how you want to come across to other people. I'm only suggesting it as a tool to help turn the difference into a positive experience rather than an argument. Right, Sayori? Whatever you say, cherry hater. Oh, come on. Sayori, I actually like cherries. I was just saying that to help demonstrate. What the heck? I've been duped. I'm sorry, Sayori. I'll make it up to you later. How about the cherry sundae? You're welcome to dip me anytime, my beloved president. Buying your people's loyalty, how deplorable. Oh, like you would turn down a free sundae, Yuri. You were certainly a fan of those cupcakes I brought in the other week. I was reading and not keeping track of them. Oh, that's enough. We're getting off topic. So now that we have the gist of it, how about we try it with something more relevant to the club? Like manga, right? Let's try to have a productive discussion about our differences in opinion. Yuri, do you want to start? Well, I'd rather not, no. Ah, how come? Well, because I don't see how anything productive can come from that. Just going to start a fight. No, it will be fine, that's why I'm here to moderate. Let's just have a calm and rational discussion. Yeah, give me a little more credit. I'm not a child, you don't have to coddle my feelings. I always think it's more respectable to just speak your mind. Respectable? Yuri's expression changed at that word. As Monica recalls, being respected was the crux of the matter for Yuri. Well, the point of the exercise isn't exactly like, it's fine. I have nothing against anyone personally. You're entitled to enjoy whatever it is you like. I just prefer more depth and nuance in my reading material. I look for stories that are imaginative and sophisticated beyond the surface level. Oh, well, that's just a misunderstanding then. I thought you were gonna say that manga's for children or something like, I don't hear enough of that. But there's plenty of deep manga. I'm not clueless about manga. I've read my own fair share when I was younger. What, are you serious? How come you never told me? Because I'm past that point in my life and I really prefer not to revisit it. I prefer more major things now. Excuse me? Okay, hold on, can I jump in here? Let's try to keep things subjective. Because if you imply that manga is immature, then aren't you implying that someone is immature for being into it? Well, maybe it's immature to judge people for having different tastes than you. Natsuki, nobody's immature. I've read Natsuki's manga, Theory's fantasy, and I love them both in their own way. Okay. It's great that you like it, but I still find it boring. Boring isn't subjective. Okay, it bores me, that's subjective. But, I mean, the thing about this is ridiculous. Do you see why I didn't want to participate in this? I knew it was just going to make people upset. I'm not upset. Like I said, I don't care what other people think, but I always got the impression that you secretly looked down upon me, so I'm glad my suspicions were confirmed. That's not true at all. You're making assumptions. You can't blame me for getting defensive when nobody ever has the least bit of respect for the things that I'm into. The only thing I look down upon is when people make fun of me for just being myself and trying to mind my own business. What? Have you looked in the mirror? Tell me again about respect after calling all of my interests in image. You can't. Please stop. Please. You don't mean the things you're saying right now. Let's just be friends. I didn't mean for this to happen. Well, it did. So please don't invite yourself to try and solve other people's problems instead, okay? Yuri's piecing words into the club room into a choked silence as she gathers her things. She leaves. Holy crap. I've never heard her sound like that before. She must be so pissed. Well, it weren't very nice either, so I was just saying. How did this happen? It's my fault. Yuri wasn't wrong. I shouldn't have tried to moderate the conflict when I know how bad I'm at dealing with conflicts. It was a really stupid thing for me to do. It's nobody's fault, and it wasn't stupid. Everyone in the club is a nice person. Nobody would have expected this. But I guess we're sensitive about the things we really love. Honestly, she kind of brought it upon herself. Like I said, I don't care if you're not into manga, but if you actually look down on other people for it, that's kind of the point of trying to make in the first place. It's not about sugarcoating things, it's about just recognizing and understanding our differences. Okay, but here's the thing about that. Yuri actually looks down on me. It has nothing to do with any word choice or anything like that. So I see what you were trying to do, but I really think the problem is her, not just like the way we talk to each other, right? I mean, Yuri isn't like that. She's a lot sweeter than you're giving her credit for. I'm sure she'll be reflecting on this. I actually think everyone should. It will be fine. I'll figure something out. Well, I'm just like saying that instinctively. I'm just setting myself up to cause more problems. This one's your fault, Monica. You don't have to beat yourself up over it. If you ask me, it's good that the truth finally came out. Because I can just move on now. But it's fine, I promise. Let's just get our mind off this, okay? In fact, it's a good opportunity to read some manga without having to worry about feeding Yuri's superiority complex. Don't be mean. I'll talk or read manga, whatever you want, but don't be mean to my friends, okay? Sorry, I'm just bitter. Everything will be okay. I mean, I don't have the answers, but I at least know that we're all good people and don't want to hurt each other. This will be a learning experience. Monica says that, but her uneasiness is given away by how much she has to force the reassuring tone in her voice. This was bound to happen eventually. Natsuki and Yuri have always engaged with each other the least out of anyone, and this is the reason. As Sayori and Natsuki proceed to distract themselves with manga, Monica sighs in herself, unable to shake her worried thoughts. Will the club really have to just come to terms with the fact that some members will be incompatible with each other? Monica desperately doesn't want to admit it, and she knows Sayori doesn't either. But for once, a solution doesn't seem to be in sight. So, los fertig, I guess? Yes. Ich mal Wasser trinkt, warum so viel Text? Okay, keine neue Sachen, nehmen Musik, die ich aber nicht so gut höre, weil ich auf relativ losgestaltet tun. Ja, es sind so viele Soundtracks dabei gemacht, das ist schon cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ja, noch die 3 heu. Ja, Reflection Part 2 dann. Let's go. Viele Vorsitz, 21 Dinger fertig. Easy. Alles easy. A new day arrives. Sayori arrives at the club room earlier than usual. That is, not late. As she enters, it appears to be empty still. So she sits down at the desk and pulls out a sheet of paper, primed to jot down on her thoughts. Sayori has made a habit of scribbling her thoughts and feelings on the paper whenever possible, as it tends to serve her as best inspiration for poetry. My heart feels vacant because the ship sailed away. Yo. Hey, yeah, Natsuki? Natsuki pokes her head out from behind the closet door. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you, but it would have been a lot more awkward if I didn't say anything. I thought you wouldn't be listening in on your poetry thing. Yeah, thanks for realizing that. Should I let you finish it up then? Oh no, it wasn't. I mean, I just do it whenever it's convenient. You're not interrupting. Where's Monica, by the way? Oh, she's out in the hallway. Why? Well, just in case she runs into Yuri. Sometimes Yuri is too nervous to come into the club room by herself, so... Oh, geez, does Yuri really let things bother her for that long? She can't control her feelings. For some people it's really hard to cope when you get a bad thought in your head. Maybe you can distract yourself for a little while, but as soon as it's just you and your thoughts again, it comes back. I just want us to have a normal club meeting. It's a lot easier to pretend like it never happened if we all just ignore it and move on. I don't want to be bothered by this. It's so stupid. Her opinion of me doesn't matter anyway. Besides, it makes me feel really guilty and I hate that too. It's okay to have feelings. It doesn't make you weak. Let's figure this out together. Fine. Only because you're good at this stuff. Let's try to come up with a happy scene. Maybe that will help us understand where your bad feelings are coming from. Well, I was happy the way things were before we had to have that conversation yesterday. What part of the conversation made you upset? Was it Yuri being mean about the manga? Maybe, I doubt it though. Because my friends and other people make fun of manga all the time, but I just brush it off and ignore them. But something about it really got me this time, and I hated that I'm letting it happen. Is it because it came from Yuri? No, why would it matter? I mean, well, maybe. I hate that she thinks she's so much better than me, just because she likes to pretend to be all sophisticated. Yeah, that's what it is. At least other people decide that they don't like me, or manga, or whatever. But Yuri acts like she's too good to even give it a chance. I'm sorry. Everyone deserves a chance. Yeah, exactly. Would you give Yuri's books a chance? Nee. Ich grad verliert, oder? Would you? Doch. Nee, aber nicht alles easy. After this, obviously not. What about before this? Well, I would until I got bored, which wouldn't take very long. But if you actually keep an open mind, then it's not hard to realize that a story can be deep and meaningful without being needlessly complicated. I see. But you know, I like Yuri's books. Yeah, but you like manga more, right? Sayuri shakes her head. I like them both. I like them in different ways, but I like them both. I mean, the manga, it's really honest and fun and easy to just let go with. The fantasy has a lot to interpret and uncover, and it's really rewarding to have some good quiet time together with it. But the most important thing is that both of the manga and the fantasy are true to themselves. So I love them both, and I think there's room for both of them to be in the same club together. And I just feel like maybe they have more in common than you would think. How do you get along with everyone so well? I always get into fights with people. Like first it was with Monica when I was new to the club, then it was you, and now it's Yuri. And I'm always like, oh, that person is being such a jerk, and if they just realized that, then we could at least get along. But nobody else has this problem. I just keep running away from the reality that everybody's just a jerk to me because nobody likes me. They don't know why, and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I hate it. Natsuki. Sayuri puts a comforting hand on Natsuki's shoulder. You're a wonderful person. You deserve to be loved as much as everyone else. Everyone has different ways they like to communicate, you know, and sometimes it makes it harder for us to understand each other. I think that sometimes you get lucky and you make friends who are really good at the same kinds of communication, and it feels like you magically connect with them. But other times, even if both people are really nice, it's easy for them to misunderstand each other or to get the communication wrong. It's something that Theory struggles a lot with too. Can be really hard. It takes a lot of reflection and self-awareness and vulnerability. I'm bad at that one, vulnerability. I always have to be the strongest. What do you mean? Tell me about that part of you. Well, that sounds stupid, but I'm really used to people being mean to me. Like my friends, and I guess my dad, like when I don't get good grades or even stupid things like if my room isn't clean. So what am I gonna do, cry about it? If I let myself get upset, then it's just letting them win. I'm better than that. I'm better than all of them. So things always have to be everyone else's fault. It feels like if something goes wrong and there's even a tiny hint that it might be my fault, then I just get really angry and I find ways to blame everything else instead. Do you see yourself as better than Yuri? If I said that, then I would just sound really full of myself. No, our thoughts and our feelings are two different things. Even if we don't like our feelings, we have to understand them if we want to learn more about themselves. That's a part of vulnerability, you know? Accepting that we have feelings that we don't like. I hate that. My feelings make me a bad person, because my feelings just want to tell me that I'm much better than her. that she's a judgmental know-it-all who's stuck in her edgy phase and that I'm just way above that garbage. But I'm terrible for feeling that way. You're not terrible, you are not your feelings, but you are not your feelings. Say that to yourself out loud. Fine, I am not my feelings. The way that I like to picture it is that those feelings are like your roommate. You live in the same house and you gotta see each other every day. And even if you can ignore each other most of the time, you're gonna run into each other every now and then, and it's gonna make you feel like poop. So the other option is to get to know each other. You can communicate and learn from each other, and maybe even help each other change for the better. Does it help you understand? How do you know so much about this stuff? I just have a roommate that can be really hard to get along with, called depression. Depression? But you're like the happiest person I know. I am not my feelings. I want to be a good person like you. Ah, you little sweetheart. We're all good people, you and Yuri and Monica. And I think Yuri will eventually learn that about you. Natsuki remained silent, feeling a little overwhelmed. Despite Sarah's kind reassurance, a complicated mixture of pain and sadness seems to fill her, as though flowing from a wound inside her. Was it a result of her vulnerability? No, it wasn't as though she was inflicted a wound of becoming vulnerable. It was as though she began to rediscover an old wound, one that cannot simply be bandaged and left alone any longer. Oh, a nice scenery. Ah, beim Automat. Right. Ah, das ist beim Gang direkt raus. Genau, du bist dran. Yuri, what are you doing all the way over there? I was looking for you. Please don't yell at me. I'm not going to yell at you. I just want to say that I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. It was unfair for me to put everyone on the spot like that. Next time I won't just try to jump in and solve everyone's problems. I guess it's a bad habit of mine. You're not mad at me? I thought you were the one mad at me. I was so awful yesterday. Yuri calls up, recalling the details of the argument. I can't even have a normal conversation without saying something wrong and making everyone upset. Hold on, that's not what happened at all. Let's talk about this, okay? Yuri paused for a second, then manages a nod. Aber Zockertracks, Bake, Sale, was steht da? Egal. I'm having a lot of negative thought patterns and I can't get away from them. What kind of negative thought patterns? Like everyone hates me, especially Natsuki. Oh, that's terrible. I don't think Natsuki hates you. How do you know? Well, because Monica thinks back to the time that she herself found herself, in altercation with Natsuki. And how a display of maturity from Monica was enough for Natsuki to reevaluate her own feelings as well. I think Natsuki is just naturally defensive. I think she acts mean when she feels the need to protect herself. But she's really not a bad person. In fact, I think she can be really thoughtful and considerate. She just, well, I guess the way it works is that she wants to receive some degree of kindness first before she feels comfortable returning it. Oh, but that means the burden is on me, and I don't know how to say things that make people like me. Every time I open my mouth, Yuri shakes her head at herself and tugs on her hair. It's okay, Yuri, you don't need to beat yourself up. I think anyone will like you if they had the chance to get to know you. Well, unfortunately, the opposite is true. That's why I'm not talkative anymore in the first place. Because everyone used to think they were weird and talk about me behind my back. That's just what happens when I draw attention to myself. Natsuki even said she found it more respectable when people speak to their mind, so I did, and then she hated me anyway. That was enough to confirm my fears. But Serio and I like you, and we've gotten to know you a lot by now, right? Yuri doesn't seem to have a response. Hey, what do you think of Natsuki? I don't think about her. That's not what I meant, really. I was just wondering if you had an opinion of her. I do. What is it? Natsuki seems to bring out the worst in me, and I feel really ashamed of it. I like to think of myself as a fairly sophisticated person, so for someone to just treat me like I'm inferior despite my tastes, that's just the worst kind of insult coming from someone like her, and it makes me think bad things about her, but everyone else seems to like her, so the only explanation is that it's me who's doing something wrong again. My feelings about her are wrong, and I'm wrong to get upset over something so childish and inconsequential. No, Yuri, feelings are never wrong. Well, they're not right. That's the thing. Feelings are never right or wrong, you know? They're just a state of being that we don't always have control over. But that doesn't mean they have to control us. I feel like that's something I learned. I wrote when I first started the club. We can hate ourselves for feeling a certain way about things, or we can, just acknowledge that they exist and try to understand them better. I could never be mad at you for just feeling a certain way. It's about how you handle them, and I think working through feelings is a great opportunity for teamwork. Yuri has a dejected expression. You make it sound so easy. You're so mature and so good with people. I feel like such a child in comparison. Oh, Yuri, I'm far from perfect, but these are learned skills that didn't come naturally to me either. It's really hard to reflect on yourself and separate your feelings from your thoughts. I just want to be a good person. Well, I think it takes a good person to get this far. That's not good enough. I want to be able to communicate it to her. Communicate what? How I feel. How it makes me feel frustrated and upset when she's so negative and dismissive of the things that mean so much to me. And how it reminds me of me, because I know what it's like to feel misunderstood and angry at everyone. I know that telling yourself you're better than everyone else is just a defense mechanism. We're just people, we're fragile and unstable, but I'm just tired of that getting in the way. I can't stand it when the piece is disturbed like this. Yeah, you can't focus on your reading when the piece is disturbed, right? Because the literature club should be happy for everyone. Monica looks at Yuri in adoration. I feel like Sarai must be rubbing off on me because I really want to hug you now. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. No, I mean, well, if you want to, then I wouldn't really mind so. Monica pulls Yuri in a short embrace. You're so gentle, and I love when you communicate your feelings. I feel lucky to get to see that side of you, and I'm sure Natsuki will too. I'm going to write her a letter. Oh, a letter, what a great idea. Just because I'm not good at talking, especially under pressure. I always let my feelings get the best of me, and I forget to say all the important things, and I say things I don't mean. Well, I think a letter would be wonderful. Such a nice way to communicate. Yuri's face hardens with determination. People don't naturally gravitate towards me like they do for you and Saroyi. My personality just isn't suited for that, and I wouldn't want it to be. But something I've learned is that friendships don't always just magically appear out of thin air. For instance, I never would have seen myself making friends with someone like Sayori. We're opposite in a lot of ways. But I'm friends with her because she put so much effort into understanding me so that we can get along. I think it was the same with you. You both give me a lot of time and patience, and I wonder if she feels the same way. Natsuki? Yuri nods. I always thought that if I want to make more friends, I had to be somebody that I'm not. That there's a type of person or a magical formula I have to follow in order to make someone like me. And that's just like me to think that always so occupied with myself that I fail to understand other people. Yuri shakes her head. Friendship happens when you think about the other person, when you offer time and effort to understand them and respect them and trust that they also want to be a good person. That's what I learned from my observations in the literature club. Observations? Monica's caught by surprise. Yuri has always kept to herself so much that it's so unusual to her suddenly talking about the club like this. But Yuri gently smiles to herself. You always let me listen to your thoughts about people. Sayori too, and it makes me happy because I learned a lot of things. That's so sweet. I had no idea it meant that much to you. Monica never thought much of it, but in the past week Yuri always seemed to be especially attentive when it came to the problems concerns of the others. Always wanting to listen and learn more about their friends in the club. It's true, Sayori and Monica are naturally more comfortable for other people and can more easily work through situations of conflict. But that doesn't make them better people. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses and the capacity to improve. And the first step towards improving oneself is reflection, self-awareness. It's something that Yuri never gave herself enough credit for, but that Monica can recognize as an incredible trait. And with that, her confidence in the club is restored. A very shy girl with long pretty hair is wandering the bustling lunchtime hallways, her fist pressed into her collarbone. When she finds the literature club president's classroom, she stands at the door, glancing all around her before peering inside. Monica is sitting and chatting with a group of unknown friends. Yeah, as expected, this was a bad idea after all. Suddenly, Monica glanced towards the door, making the girl panic and duck out of sight. Before she can regain composure and decide for sure to leave, the classroom door gently opens. Yuri, what a surprise to see you during lunch. Yuri squeaks a response. Please help me. What, is everything okay? Yuri shakes her head. I don't know how to write letters. Haha, thank goodness. I thought there was some kind of emergency. Monica briefly glanced over her shoulder at her other friends. Do we want some help? We can go find an empty classroom or something. Is that okay? I feel bad taking you away from your friends. It's totally fine, I promise. We weren't really doing anything. 1 second. Monica trots back on the classroom, says something like I gotta go to your friends, then grabs a pen off her desk before returning to Yuri. Okay, let's find somewhere quiet. Yuri nods and follows Monica as the two of them set off. How are you today? Me? Well, yes. Oh gosh, sorry, I was just caught off guard. I'm doing well today, just tired. I never seem to get enough sleep during the week. How come? Oh, I don't know. I think I'm just easily distracted. I get really sucked into things and start neglecting the time. Me too, I do that too. Haha. Hey, this classroom is empty. Let's go in here. After peering inside, Monica opens the classroom door and the two of them enter. Yuri's moment of relaxation ends. She watches as Monica pulls 2 chairs up to the same desk, then obeys as Monica beckons her to take a seat. She stares down at the empty desk. You nervous? I don't want to do this. We don't have to. We can come up with something else. Yuri shakes her head. It's my chance to do something good. I need to take initiative. Gosh, you must be really determined. I know how hard it is to step out of your comfort zone. I'll be sure to encourage you. Yuri pushes through her anxiety and grabs a helpful of blank paper. Oh my god. Blank paper from her notebook. Then she picks up her pen. Wow. Hey, you're left-handed, that's neat. Yeah. No, I don't have to worry about bumping your arm. Monica playfully rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. Sorry, I'm just being silly, I guess. Anyway, how about we start by listing the different things you want to say to her? Yuri thinks. I feel embarrassed all of a sudden. It's okay. How about some of the things you said to me yesterday? But, never mind, I guess I'll try. Yuri thinks for a moment longer, attention evident. Then she writes the word reflection. This is about reflection on your behavior. The key question is why we act like this toward each other, but have been able to separately be friends with Sayori and Monica. That's me. Yes, it is. So, Yuri thinks. I've been able to befriend the two of you because you've taken the time to understand my needs and respect my interests. The same goes for Natsuki too. We started off as pretty hostile to each other because I was so worried about getting what I wanted, but she was just want to be respected more than anything else. Once I stopped making it all about me, she was able to do the same. I want to do that too. So what kind of things do you want to do for her? I want to do the same things for her that I like to receive. I like it when people respond positively to the things I talk about and not just brush me off. I like it when my feelings are taken seriously. And I like when you and Sayori trust that I want to be a good person even when I'm not doing a good job at it. Let's write these things down. Okay, Yui writes some things down. I think the most important thing to remember is Natsuki's feeling vulnerable. So we should make sure that the letter puts her first. It's hard when you're feeling hurt, but it never helps to just tell someone all the things that they do wrong. I think first you have to make sure that they know you're ready to respect them and listen to them and admit the things that you feel you could do better. Then finally you ask what you would like in return. How does that sound for the structure? It could be 3 paragraphs, 1 for each of those points. I like that. My thoughts were so disorganized I had no idea how to come up with any kind of structure. You're so amazing at these things. Oh, stop. You've done so much more than I have to know. You spend so much time reflecting and being open-minded. That's the hardest thing for anyone to do. All I'm doing helping you put it on a piece of paper. So I think you're the amazing one. Monica gives Yuri's hand a quick squeeze. But as she lets go, she's caught by surprise when Yuri curls her fingers to hook Monica's hand in place. For a while they sit like that in silence, save for the occasional scratching of Yuri's pens against the paper. Yesterday you told me something that I'm thinking about a lot. What was that? The thing about our feelings aren't right or wrong, and today just a state of being we need to come to terms with. Made me think about how a person's behavior isn't always just how they decide to be. It's also made up of their past experiences and their insecurities. I think that helps me see other people as actual people rather than as insignificant side characters who are out to get me somehow. Is that how you felt about Natsuki? Yuri nods. But in reality, everyone is always trying their best and everyone wants to be happy. Monica peers over at Yuri's paper, but to his surprise, Yuri pulls it in closer, partially covering it with her arm. I have to be able to read it to help you out, you know. It's okay. My thoughts are a lot more organized now after being able to talk to you about it. Now that I'm actually putting it on the paper, I realize I'd really prefer others not to read it. Yuri laughs softly to herself, a rare expression. I'm kind of glad to hear that, actually. I know I somehow keep finding ways to butt into this whole thing. I've done enough damage, haha. But it's also been so wonderful talking about this. I mean, I always thought you were really smart, but Yuri smiles. I will always be terrible at these things. People are just so incomprehensible to me. I'll never get the hang of being one. Yeah. Haha. But listening to you so much has really helped me make sense of some things. So just don't call it damage, please. Monarchy gives Yuri a gentle smile. I can't believe I came to this club looking for fantasy geeks and all I got was really friends who value me. Is that a joke? Of course it is. I still can't tell with you. Sorry. No, I love it. Please never change. As you wish. Yuri glances at the clock. We're almost out of time. Will you be able to finish? Before the end of the day? Probably. But I don't want to come to the club the same day that Natsuki reads it. I'm too shy. I can give it to her instead if you'd like. Yuri nods. As long as you promise not to read it? Of course, I promise. Thank you. Yuri exhales and the two stand up. I'll message you when it's ready. Monica nods. Good luck, I'm here if you need me. Yuri turns a nod and the two depart. Okay, schon mal gedurcht, dass das, was du halt nach kennst, zu der nächsten Story gehört. Weil du geht ja auch immer im Natsuki und Yuri und gibt wirklich Sinn ergehen, wenn sie sich verdrohen und darum Streite geben. Also es geht, ja, wäre halt nicht logisch so, keine Ahnung. Finish such a reflection to... Wait, der Tisch, man, ja, Bilder, der Tisch. Ja, mich mein, also, bei Zeit zu laufen, also liegt an den Nähen, mit die heute sehr wirklich fast verschmolzen, so. Da kriegen wir den noch ein. Das könnte danach noch von, ja, halt der Fortsetzung, kennst du so. Der Titan, wow, sehen wir noch, ne? Ah. Set as wallpaper. No. Das machen wir nicht. Ich meine, das tut noch sehr für Yuri. Guck's an, so mehr. Das ist einfach so schwer, den dort Trash auch zu kriegen. Ich blätter dann kurz durch. Ja, ich meine, das hat noch so ein Special-Dings, halt diese Chris. Und, ja. Da sind auch zwei cool Artworks. Oh mein Gott, da spielt den Fortnite. Ah, der kriegt man auch. Small, quiet stairwell which resembles a reading location. Okay, der Tisch fällt actually nach den. Dann heilt nach 3 ist Makrelonare von der Dings, I guess. Ja. Okay, jetzt geht's los konkret, ne? Tisch, look and halt self-love. Heißt, ja, verschmilzt sie direkt an den. Den look and halt the secret shit. Ich gebe so viel und fährt mal fertig mit den 2 Stories. Oh, mir das dauert so lang, das ist so strengend. Mir look das schon mal konkret. Ja, das hat wirklich nicht. Ja, es hat so, wie gesagt, ist das so nichts Spezielles, so. Ist ein bisschen öde, wobei, hängt davon auf, so dies, das, bisschen öde, mir auch ein bisschen interessant. Also, ja, gucken, wie weit mein Handy eingeladen ist. 100% Tonen, oha, oha. Ich mal nach Stories gucken. Oh, langweilig. Haben wir ein bisschen Twitter, also ich brauche Klangpause, weil, da war wirklich nicht schlecht, nicht schlecht. Ähm, oh, McBean. So, gucken wir mal nach High, was lebt denn High noch so? Ähm, ja. Oh mein Gott, halt ab da uns zu schreiben. Ich bin dumm. Ah, machen wir einfach weiter. So, ich lehne mich ein bisschen zurück. Ja, also mal gesehen, direkter Indicator, das wirklich direkt in Ohr gefällt auch so lange so. It's only been 1 day since Yuri's letter was delivered to Natsuki with Monika's help. Because Yuri chose not to attend the club meeting that day, she and Natsuki haven't faced each other since. Although it's only lunchtime, Yuri finds herself anxiously counting the hours until she will need to face the outcome of her efforts, whether good or bad. Because the passing by of students was making her feel more anxious, Yuri picked out the most secluded spot she could find to spend her lunch. Because the staircase is under maintenance, no student would have any reason for coming here. It's such a relaxing feeling to have a moment of solitude in the middle of a frantic school day. What are you doing here? I just... Yuri gives a book with enough force to wrinkle the pages beneath the pressure of her thumbs. Well, what are you doing here? Um, oh mein Gott, halt ob mich als Nerven bitte bescheuert einer. So, well, what are you doing here? I just came to get a drink from the vending machine. The other one is out of the drink I like. Yuri notices Natsuki's fidgeting with a few coins between her fingers. She nods, avoiding eye contact. Natsuki, also looking away, shuffles over to the vending machine. It's so quiet that every one of her movements seems to reverberate through the entire stairwell. After far too long, she finally receives her beverage, which she then fidgets with in place of the coins. It's some kind of iced tea, but instead of leaving right away, Natsuki just stands in place. She glances all around her. It's like way too quiet back here. It's creepy. I mean, that's not what I meant. Really, I mean, it's totally cool that it's your thing or whatever. Like, I can see how it suits you. So, not because I think you're creepy or something. I didn't mean that either. You know, I'm just gonna stop talking. That seems like a good idea. It's okay. Everything is okay. Yuri finds herself attempting some words of comfort after hearing Natsuki stammer herself into dejection. Seemingly in response, Natsuki approaches the base of the staircase and hesitantly sits herself down near Yuri. Well, I can leave if you want. Yuri shakes her head. Natsuki twists the cap of her drink and takes a sip. Despite receiving Yuri's general permission, Natsuki doesn't say anything more. Yuri continues to read, or at least pretends to. Ja, mein Onkel gefragt, weil seit 100 Jahren in den Chat geschrieben. Pedro schreibt Best Girl. Wie meinst du? And der Typ just sit there for a long time. Warte mal, mein Reck von meinem Stuhl actually noch an, weil sonst... Ah, so schon was so. And the two just sit there for a long time. The tension seems to fade a little bit as time passes. Even without any words, this seems to mean at least something, though it's not clear what that may be. Lunch ends more quickly than expected. Natsuki is the first to stand up with her empty drink bottle. Are you coming today? To the club? Yuri nods. I'm sorry for being so awkward. I'm really bad at talking about this stuff. I just can't for some reason. I don't know why. But I want to, eventually. There's no rush, I promise. Thanks. It's the next day. Natsuki appears from around the corner and steps up to the vending machine, glancing at Yuri as she does so. Today she seems to be holding some kind of book as well. Oh, you're here again. Well, I just came here to read this because there aren't any people around here. Oh, I thought you didn't like how quiet it was. Well, I don't, but there's no people here. I see. Natsuki sits down. The mood feels much different today than it did yesterday. After yesterday's lunch at the club meeting that followed, Natsuki and Yuri are beginning to feel more relaxed around each other again. Although Yuri's letter is still lingering in the back of Natsuki's mind, she continues to detour around it. But it's okay that I'm in here. Yeah, I don't care. I'm mostly just don't feel like dealing with the crap I get from my friends about it, especially since like they all just assume I stopped reading manga after I joined the literature club. Not that I'm trying to hide it from them exactly, but just don't want it to come up again now after I waited so long for this new volume to come out, literally months at this point. You don't have other friends who are into manga? Not unless online friends count. So Yuri, but that's different because she isn't exactly into it, she just likes it, you know what I mean? Honestly, you're lucky that the books you're at least into at least just look like books, so you don't have to feel like everyone constantly judging you by what you're reading. That would be so awful, especially since I already hate attention so much. Well, it's a good thing I have thick skin, I guess. By the way, I would totally recommend finding some friends online if you haven't already. If you like me and have no one to share your hobbies with. Oh, I have online friends. Since middle school actually. I was especially desperate back then. It's somewhat embarrassing to reminisce. What the fuck about these days? Sometimes I feel like the me from a few years ago would have benefited from a good smack across the face. Oh, whatever, we're all just stupid kids back then anyway. Some of the fanfics I wrote, thank god I used a pseudonym. But I liked it at that time, I got a lot of fulfillment out of it. And plus I can look back and say with confidence that I've never become a better person since then. So I didn't think I would change anything. I wonder if a few years from now we'll think the same thing about our current selves. Haha, probably. That doesn't make you uncomfortable. No, of course not, I don't care what other people think of me, especially as someone who doesn't even exist yet. Alright, here. Natsuki raises her hand to her face and forcefully slaps her own cheek. That's me from the future, coming in terms with me right now. Also, ow, I didn't mean to do that hard. Yuri doesn't seem to react. But then, to Natsuki's surprise, Yuri looks the other way before lifting her arm and doing the same things to herself, floatly smacking her cheek. Oops. She turns red and stares to her lap, but is unable to hide a smile, as though it was a really funny joke. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't know you had it in you. I don't even know why I did that. Maybe I thought it would be funny. Sorry, I keep distracting you. You said you were looking forward to reading, but I keep going on and on about all this nonsense. I'll let you get to your reading. Oh, right. Yeah, I guess I'll do that then. The conversation ends quickly and Natsuki opens her book. The two read silently for the remainder of the lunch hour. But the whole time Yuri feels distracted, twists of regret over having so abruptly forced the end of their conversation. You back? Yeah, I'm here to lay low again. Another day has passed. During lunchtime, Natsuki finds herself having wandered to the stairwell once more. Hey, did you buy that? Natsuki quickly notices a bottle of iced tea on the staircase where she normally sits. Yuri nods, avoiding eye contact. What, like, for me? But you didn't know I was coming here today. Wait, what if I didn't show up? Well, I would have drank it myself, I guess. It was a stupid thing to do. No, it wasn't stupid. I just thought... Never mind. What I meant to say is thank you, and that it's really a nice gesture. It's okay if you don't feel that way. I do. was the other things that I didn't mean. I swear, please believe me. Yuri pauses, then nods. Talking is hard, I get it wrong a lot too. So I believe you. Oh fuck, dann hast du sie geskippt. Oh my god. No! Natsuki exhales in relief. She then sits down next to Yuri and takes the drink. Knowing Yuri, she was probably overthinking it so much that Natsuki's tepid response filled her with self-doubt. I'll do something nice for you next time. Please don't feel obligated. I want to do nice things too. Okay, thank you. You can thank me after I figure out how to do something nice. I'll do it then too. Natsuki sighs. Nothing. It just reminds me how I haven't been getting along with my friends lately. Is that why you've been coming here? Well, no, not exactly. I haven't been avoiding them on purpose or anything. There are just other things I'd rather be doing during lunch lately. I like being around them when we're all just having fun, but they also just can't take anything seriously. So when I'm, I don't know, feeling serious, then the attitude just really gets on my nerve. It's only gotten worse ever since I joined the literature club. How come? I don't know. I feel like I used to be really good when just putting up with it, because it would be so stupid to cause drama over a joke I didn't like or something. But I just have a hard time doing that lately. But it's my fault being overly sensitive. If I have a problem, I'm not gonna demand for everyone around me to change. But yeah, I know. Monica and Sarah really don't agree with that kind of thing, but they are not in my position, so it's easy for them to say that you should communicate your feelings or whatever. It's not like my friend group does that kind of thing. I would just be making an embarrassment of myself. Sorry, none of this has anything to do with you. I didn't know why I'm talking about it. It's okay. I like listening. What? Listening to other people's problems? Yes. Ah, that's weird. Sorry, I just like learning about people. Do you think it's weird? No, that's not weird. I probably just misunderstood, so I don't know. Does that mean I should keep going? If you'd like? Okay. Well, I don't know what to talk about now. What are some things that you like about your friends? A lot of things. I mean, they're really fun to hang out with, like after school and on the weekends. They really like my baking. That's fun to complain about school together. They make me laugh a lot, and we have a lot of good memories, and it's inside jokes. Oh, I'm bad at a lot of those things. So, are those all things that are important to you? Well, kind of, but they're not things I need to get out of everybody. Everybody in the club is really different from that, but I'm still friends with them too. Well, Sari really likes her baking, and she makes you laugh, and she complains a lot. That doesn't mean she's anything like my other friends. Well, unlike them, she's a nice person who cares about your feelings. Excuse me? How about you don't talk that way about my friends that you don't know anything about? Natsuki stands up. No, wait, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Didn't want to say something bad. Please don't leave. Natsuki sighs and shakes her head. It's fine, as long as you understand that you can't just judge people like that. I'm sorry, Natsuki sits back down. You can't just compare friends like that and like measure who's better than who. Everyone's different. I'm sorry, I just don't like people who want to hurt you. A moment of silence stretches between them. They don't want to hurt me, we just like to teach each other about stupid things, it's fun. I don't like that. Well, that's why I'm friend with them and you're not. You like it? Just don't worry so much about me, it's not worth it. I'm sorry. I wish you knew how to help with social conflicts, like how Monica can. She's good at these things. Not really. Also, I don't always want help. Sometimes it's just stuff I have to deal with myself. That's what Monica and Sayuri never seem to understand. Sometimes all you do is look at them wrong and they're all like, oh, what's wrong? Is everything okay? Just want to mind my own business sometimes and decide myself if I want to talk about those things. The only one who understands that is you, so you really shouldn't be so hard on yourself. You're not as bad as you think. Oh, you don't need to reassure me or something. I mean that. Plus it makes sense that someone who doesn't talk a lot would make a good listener. Thank you. You're also nice. It's really hard for me. It doesn't come naturally at all. So because I always thought of myself as someone who can just say whatever's on my mind. But I feel like that only works when I'm annoyed or upset or I want to say something mean. Why am I like that? You don't have to answer that. I'm just talking to myself. Yuri nods and remains silent. Natsuki noticed her fidgeting with the pages of her book. How come you like reading so much? Oh, well, a lot of reasons. But I just get sucked into it so easily. It's so immersive, like I want to be a part of it. I think there are a lot of things about people in real life that make me feel uncomfortable and frustrated, especially when it comes to following social conventions and group interactions. I just don't really understand it and I have no real desire to participate. But it's different with books. It feels like I always want to be around the characters. I feel such a strong emotional connection with them in many ways that I've never felt with real people. So in that way, it can sometimes feel more than real life. Really? It's that hard for you to be around people like all the time? Fairly often, especially in group settings. When people are making all kinds of conversations and saying jokes and all of that, I don't know what to do, and I just disengage. Oh, that doesn't get lonely. I don't think so. I can still enjoy spending time with people one-on-one, and I have online friends too, of course. Do you ever wish that could you be friends with the characters in your books? All the time. Somebody so badly that it makes my heart ache. Yeah, me too. Really? A lot. Like, more than anything. After Natsuki mutters that, silence fills the stairway once more. But it's a mutual silence, one full of understanding. Okay. Der Geschwind geht einfach weiter, I guess. Momo ist freigeschaltet, so. Schon mal schnell, was mit Monika mit dem scheiß Brevers. Das ist, keine Ahnung, weird. Weil, ja, stimmt, ja, wie gesagt, es fehlt nur noch den. Und heute 3, ja, das war schon krass. Steht ja in den Settings, wie weit man sehen. Data collected 95%. Self-Love Part 2. An den letzten. Aufgesehen von der Secret, sag mir, die sollen ja nicht zu lang sein. Pedro, wie lang meinst du denn da ungefähr, falls du am Chat nachhängst? Egal, dass die letzten müssen stark bleiben. Und vielleicht geht lo interessant. Hey. Oh, hello. I almost thought you weren't coming today. Yeah, well, lunch is already more than halfway over. Natsuki had typically been meeting Yuri in the stairwell much earlier, since it had been a good day of dodging her friends when she didn't feel like seeing them. Today she's holding a large plastic container in both hands. I ran into my friends and I hung out with them for a while. Is that so? Yeah. I was in a good mood today, so I figured I should. I hadn't seen them in a while, which I had to come up with an excuse for, but I expected that. Plus, I've any way more of these than I know what to do with, so I figured I would share with them too. As she sits down, Natsuki opens the lid of her container. You made cupcakes? You know it. It's been a while at this point, so I figured it was about time again. You can take one if you want. Yuri takes a cupcake and carefully twirls it between her fingers. It's brown with dark green frosting immaculately shaped into a floral pattern and topped with some kind of glittery powder. How pretty. I just ate, so I may not be able to finish it. Are they for the club? Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really think about it. I just made them. I just thought that because green is Monica's favorite color, right? Well, yeah, but that's not really... Yuri takes a small bite. This is green tea flavored. I love green tea. Oh, do you? It was just a random idea I wanted to try, so... Haha, don't laugh at me. I'm not. I just felt happy. Oh, sorry. Usually when... Never mind. What I mean is that I'm glad. Sorry for saying dumb things again. I just want to do something nice, and this is something I happen to be good at. And I do know that you like them from past experience. Yuri turns red, recalling this time she treated herself rather generously to Natsuki's cupcakes. Ironically, her mouth is too full of cupcake for her to stammer an excuse, so she just settles for a disapproving look. How did you get into baking? Oh well, I don't know, it kinda just always appealed to me.
Well, a few years ago I read this one manga with a lot of baking, so I got like super into it for a while. I was probably making stuff almost every day. But it's something that I always knew I liked anyway. It's like baking like art, but then when you get good at it, it gets more delicious too. I'm struggling to imagine myself putting my heart into something so artistic, knowing that it would be just eaten afterwards. Haha, yeah, maybe you're too practical for it. I think I prefer to be on the receiving end. Damn, du spielst Fortnite, das streamst Doki gleichzeitig, krasse Carry. Was meinst du? Ah, nimm mal, weil mein Bruder halt spielt. Ah, wenn's ein PlayStation Network Status. Okay, da geht's an. Mir egal, ich spiel nicht. Mir Pedro, wie lange hast du die letzte Story so mal das von Schlift? Ungefähr, ja. Haha, ja. That's my other favorite part about it. It's something I can do that makes a lot of people happy, like unconditionally. Everyone is always so thankful, and in that moment I get to be like the bringer of joy. May kurz wieder, ja okay. Schon ungefähr 20 Minuten dauern sie ja mal richtig do, keine Ahnung, 10, 15 Minuten vielleicht. I don't know, it just makes me feel valued. Yeah, I guess that. So you were able to make up with your friends today. There wasn't really anything to make up with them about. We weren't fighting or anything. You weren't? Maybe misunderstood. It only turns into a fight if I lose my cool, and that's just unnecessary drama. It only makes things worse. So they're not going to stop? Let us schlafen. Yeah. I mean, it only happens sometimes anyway. It's just the way they are. I'm the only one who ever has a problem with it. It's not worth it, especially since I have somewhere to go now and I don't feel like hanging out with them. Oh, I see. The cupcake's empty foil wrapper audibly crinkled as Yuri clenches a fist, so I'm glad that the situation is resolved and that you don't have to avoid them anymore. Yeah, me too. And I don't have to bother you during your alone time anymore. I'm sure you have a lot of reading to catch up on. Yeah. I know that cupcake are basically nothing compared to all the stuff you've done for me, but it's the best I can do, so you can have the rest of them. Natsuki grabs the box and slides it over to Yuri's feet. Yuri stares at the box, then she shakes her head and slides them back. You should save them for your other friends, but I made them for you. Natsuki's voice whines as she protests. I know, and I like them very much, exactly as you thought. You succeeded, but I know you care about making your other friends happy too. And if it's the way you know how to make that happen, then I'm not going to take it from you. No, they were for making you happy. You make me happy. You're worth more than cupcakes to some people. That's why they want to spend time with you and be your friend. With warning, tears pour from Natsuki's eyes. She pulls her knees to her chest and starts sobbing into her arms. Natsuki, I'm such a bad person. Yuri stammers, feeling panicked. I didn't mean to say something bad. Natsuki shakes her head and wipes her eyes. You didn't. Natsuki tries to choke back her sobs, but struggles to speak through them. I just really hate myself sometimes, and it feels so wrong when you say those nice things to me. Like I don't deserve it. I'm sorry. No, I am. I'm so difficult, and I can't think of even a single thing about myself that somebody would like. And I hated myself for bothering you during lunch. I just thought it was my chance to be a good person, like to be nice and do the things you wrote about in the letter. I knew if I tried in the club, Sayuri and Monica would be super annoying and make a huge deal out of it. You know, I think a lot of those negative things too about myself. I never felt like a good person. I always scrutinize everything I say, and later I feel like I said all the wrong things. I just spent so much time thinking about myself, hating myself, and feeling like everyone else must hate me too. So I understand some of that through my own experience. That's why I wanted to write the letter and express my feelings. It's pained me to see those things in someone else that I saw in myself. Natsuki sniffles. She rustles through her bag and pulls out some tissues, then hands them to Natsuki. Monica told me that it takes a good person to reflect on these things. They desire to improve yourself. That makes you a good person. Don't worry so much. Also, there are things about you that people would like, so... Like what? Like, like how you're fun for people to be around. You're not shy and you know how to make people laugh. You're very passionate about things and you know how to take the lead. And you care a lot about other people and just a lot of things. Oh. Well, now you're making me feel really embarrassed. Embarrassed? Well, you're the one who asked. You don't think I feel embarrassed? Natsuki tries to hide a smile, then she sighs as it fades again. Every time I come here, I always think it's the last time, but then I keep coming back for some reason. Is that bad? Just really confusing. I mean, my friends and I go way back, so ditching them all the time feels like, I don't know. Feels like what? Natsuki's voice gets quiet. Maybe I'm scared that they'll get mad at me. I really don't know what to do. She pauses. Yuri stares into the distance, tracing her eyes along the patterns in the floor tiles while she thinks to herself. What would you do hypothetically if your friends were happy for you instead of mad at you? Happy for what? Happy that your new club is making you happy. Well, that's just not a fair hypothetical. Natsuki says that, but with little confidence in her voice. I always told myself that I don't rely on the approval of others to be happy, and I still feel that way, but I'm spending time with people who put me down whenever I don't have their approval. That's probably what's making me feel so confused, because I'm frightened out of the things that should make me happy. So no matter what, it's like I have to be unhappy to be happy. It's making my head hurt. That music makes it really difficult to feel comfortable with yourself. Being made to feel like you're wrong just for being the person you are. It really goes against everything I believe in, doesn't it? It goes against the kind of person I want to be. I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with a lot of things. Natsuki presses her palms into her forehead and shakes her head. I don't know what's best for me, but I keep convincing myself out of it. It's so much easier to be comfortably unhappy than it is to do something so scary. To do what? You know, to end it. With them? Natsuki nods. I didn't think you were actively considering that as an option. I wasn't until recently. It's just one of those things where like it's been a certain way for so long that you just get used to it. Like so much of you has gone into it, so much it feels like that's just how your life is, and throwing it away is like throwing away such a big part of your life. Makes me feel sick to think about. Natsuki says, it's just really scary. It's terrifying. What are you scared of? I don't know, a lot of things. Like being alone, not having anyone to talk to or hang out with, not being able to replace what I have with them. I don't want them to hate me, and I'm scared they'll hurt me for going against them. Physically? Not physically, but Yuri clenches her fists. Natsuki, what? If anyone even thinks to cause you harm, I will unleash hell upon them. Natsuki snods in laughter. Don't laugh at me. Sorry, I like that, that's all. Oh, well, I mean it. I know you did. Natsuki gives Yuri an endearing look. I needed it. As the conversation lapses, Natsuki again slides a box of cupcakes over to Yuri. Just take them, okay? I don't want other people to have them anymore. Are you sure? Natsuki nods. I'm sure. I will, then. I'll enjoy them. Natsuki looks away, but a feeling of warmth spreads through her. She holds on to that feeling, knowing it will give her courage. Ah, you're here first today. And you brought reading material. Natsuki is sitting in her usual spot. Time is holding a volume of manga while her lunch sits beside her. Yuri sits down as well and opens her own book. It sucks when a good series has to come to an end, like it's such a big part of your life, and then one day there's not just nothing left. It makes you feel so empty. Unfortunately, I'm about to experience that myself. I'm on the last book on the series. That sucks. But there's also something satisfying about letting a story conclude. I don't know if I would want it to go on forever. Maybe. But there are some things that I wish I could. On the other hand, have you ever read something that overstayed its welcome? Yeah, definitely. I can think of at least one thing I've read that got pretty unbearable like halfway through and the endings really sucked. So it sucks when something good has to an end, but it also sucks when they just keep inventing more plot until you don't like it anymore. I guess it sucks either way. Well, that's the nature of all things. They come to an end. The two fall silent. They slowly eat while making their way through their respective reading material. Natsuki doesn't seem to be touching her food at all. You're not going out during the weekends, right? Excuse me? Like with friends at the mall or downtown or whatever. I'm not a total shut-in, you know. Oh, my bad for making assumptions. Well, I'm sure I go out less other than other people like you and the others in the club. I don't really meet with friends that arbitrarily spend time like that. I'm usually meeting with my board game group. Board game group? It doesn't matter, it's just more nerdy stuff. Why do you ask anyway? Why do you ask anyway? I was just curious. I just realized that I couldn't picture it, so I was just curious. Yuri looks at Natsuki and realizes that she's shaking. Don't look at me like that. Sorry. Natsuki pulls her knees into her chest and puts her head down. I can't take this. Did I do something? Yuri gets flustered, her mind racing over what she may have said or not. I did. I ended it. I texted them earlier telling them, and then I just blocked them because I'm so afraid of their responses. Now it feels like I'm dying inside. Oh, that's... I'm sorry. Totally unsure of what to do, Yuri can barely find any words of support to offer. Meanwhile, the sound of Natsuki's unusual hard breathing fills the air. Then she speaks again, barely above a whisper. Help me. I feel sick and I want to hit my head against things. Please help. I can't take this. You may be having a panic attack. With that realization, Yuri's demeanor suddenly changes. I have experience with this, so I'll help you through it, okay? Natsuki meekly nods through a rapid breath, head still buried in her knees. Yuri starts herself over to Natsuki and sits on the step behind her. Then she puts her hands on Natsuki's shoulders. Can you feel my hands? Natsuki nods. Her shaking becomes much more apparently through Yuri's sense of touch. Yuri keeps her voice low and gentle. You're safe right now. You're in a good and safe place where nothing can hurt you. Natsuki nods once more. Although Yuri is only touching Natsuki's shoulder, she can practically feel her racing pulse through the base of her neck. We'll do a breathing exercise together. All you have to do is listen in my breath and breathe along with me. Let's breathe in now. Yuri takes a deep, slow breath. Beneath her hand, she feels Natsuki's shoulders rise as Natsuki takes a breath of her own, trying to mimic Yuri. They exhale together, although Natsuki's breath shakes on the way out. That's good, let's keep going. Yuri breathes in once more and Natsuki joins her. They continue like that for a few more cycles while Yuri closely monitors. Eventually, Yuri feels Natsuki rest more of her weight into Yuri's palms. Let's focus on the physical world. All you have to do is focus on the feeling of your breaths going in, oh my god, in and out. And the weight of my hands on your shoulders. You're in a safe and comfortable physical space. Minutes pass in silence. By now the worst of it has passed, but Yuri is determined not to move away until Natsuki prompts her to. Meanwhile, Natsuki has lifted her head off her knees and her breathing has mostly steadied. Then she takes a final deep breath and slowly pulls herself to her feet, causing Yuri to let go. She stretches her arms. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to freak out. I don't know what my deal is. You don't have to apologize. This must be enormously stressful for you. Is that going to keep happening? It may, or it may not. We can take measures to help prevent it in the future, but I think it will naturally get better over time. Natsuki motions to sit back down again, so Yuri moves over. Yuri turns away to pick up her open book from the dusty floor where she had hastily sat down earlier. She brushes the dust off the cover. I don't think I could have gotten through that alone. You're not alone. Feeling shy again, Yuri speaks into her own lap. From now on, you don't have to do anything alone. As she says that, Yuri tenses up. It's rare for her to so openly share her thoughts, but something about Natsuki of all people makes it feel so much more natural to do so. Perhaps because, like Yuri, Natsuki is so timid and uncertain of herself. Natsuki does such a good job at hiding it's taken a long time for Yuri to finally realize it. And because of that, Yuri is able to deliver the reassurance that she herself would have wanted others. If you can accept it for the first time, then perhaps you can begin the tumultuous journey of learning to love yourself. Oh, let's go, Sprite. The CGI ist da. Do you really mean that? You're probably gonna regret saying that if you do. How so? Because I'm probably gonna have a lot of free time during the weekends from now on, so you're giving me permission to be as annoying as I want and drag you around to a lot of places. I see. But you already said it, so you can't take it back now. Ah. Well, I suppose I have no choice but to accept that responsibility then. I know a good ice cream place. Oh. That means you'll finally figure out my favorite ice cream flavor. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, you don't remember? The first day that you came to the club, you guessed everyone's favorite ice cream flavor, but for me you said you had no idea. Seriously? I don't remember that at all. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. I said it was probably green tea. Yuri shakes her head. It's a good guess, but my favorite is usually to get chocolate and raspberry together. Chocolate and raspberry? How fancy. How is it fancy? Oh, I don't know. I feel like I should have guessed something like that. Well, maybe next time I'll try chocolate and strawberry. Hey, strawberry's my favorite. What a coincidence. I think it helps to have something to look forward to. I still have the sick feeling in my stomach, but it's easier now to convince myself that I did the right thing. Is there anything better I could be doing? Not that I know of. There's nothing that will make this easy for me, and you already did more than I thought I anyone could. Come to think of it, we never talked about the letter you wrote, but I feel like we're way past at this point. I don't even know what to talk about, except that I think it helped me understand my needs a little bit better, the way I like to be treated, and the kinds of friends that I want to have. That's why I want to start coming here in the first place, even though I was so scared of causing more problems. I thought it was a coincidence that you ran into me initially. Oh, well, not exactly. What do you mean? Nothing. I may have tracked you down first, with the help of Sayori. That's... But you said I was shy, okay? I wasn't ready to whatever, you know what I'm saying. Well, I guess I'm glad that you worked up the courage, even if it was in your own way. I can tell that you've been making a lot of difficult decisions. It's brave and it will make things a lot better in the long run. I think anyone would be proud of you for it. Anyone? You mean like you? Yes, like me. You know, I could get used to this. As long as you don't tease me too much. Fine, just a little then. That's fine. I know how uncertain everything feels to you right now, but I really do think that good things are in store. Those are my honest feelings. Thanks. It feels nice to be reassured. The two girls continue their conversations through the remainder of lunch, but a new feeling hangs in the air, a feeling of greater certainty in their path toward. Just a few hours there will be another literature club meeting, where the four club members will happily spend time together. Each of them, all with their own special qualities, have something unique that they can deliver to one another. Through friendship with literature, the club members will continue to grow and find new happiness together. The end of each chapter is the start of the next. Yuri thinks to herself. Since she's about to finish a long-running series, it would be best to have a new book lined up. Perhaps this weekend would be a good time to visit the bookstore. Together. Oha. Okay. Här har man ju alles, här har man auch alles. Einmal Kutlana Gatoto. Den letzte wahrscheinlich schon nicht. Ne. Okay, normal. Tischlo 97% Key equals. Ein equals ist nur ein, okay. Ich bin nur kurz Pause, also ist kurz fort. Ich schalte nur bei der Be Right Back. Und ja, und noch mit dem Bein sind halb am Stehen hecht. Ich mal sehr, keine Ahnung, 10 Minuten, Viertelstunde maximal.
Also ja, wisst geschworen. So, okay, ist darum do. Ja. Schon grad gefühlt, wie wenn der Sound von der Capture Card drum angepannt wäre. Ja, hast du noch? Verfuchsig. Ähm. So, okay, geht dran. Boah, fangen wir an. Okay, everyone. We're gonna be taking a break from the usual activities today. I was thinking, since people are starting to talk about the festival, it's a good time for us to go over the general direction of the club and all that. I think it will help us figure out what to do for the festival, you know. Oh, so you and Al already came up with a really good plan. Really? For the festival? Yeah, so the plan is this, okay? You and Yuri collect information ahead of time and on which club and plaza during food booths, yeah. Then we take a map and plan out the most efficient route so we can get the most out of them before the lines get too long. Hey, that has nothing to do with the club. Well, you have to let me finish. Alright, fine, go ahead. Right, so basically we get all the food we can, then we come back here and we all eat together. That's all. Wow, I got tricked twice by the same joke. Boo, don't be a hater, it's not like you can come up with anything better. Look, even Yuri was thinking about it. No, I wasn't. I would really prefer to do something literature related. We can eat together anytime, the festival is a unique opportunity. Besides, it's been quite a while since we've seen any new interest in the club. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We really get a shot at showing people what the literature club is all about. I'll tell you what, we can do both, right? We'll make time for your food mission and still put together a public event. Oh my gosh, yes, I was just so joking, but that's a really good idea. Haha, well, I'm glad that's settled. I think the question is how to come up with an event that demonstrates everything you can get out of the literature club. Well, that's kinda tough, because everyone gets something different out of the club. Okay, how about this? Let's go around and have each of us talk about what we've gotten out of the club so far. That could really help us figure out what kind of reputation we want to build. Yeah, that's too embarrassing. Ah, but you'd have so much to talk about. That's exactly why, and I'm sure Natsuki feels the same way. Well, maybe, but I didn't plan on arguing against it or anything. I mean, it's a literature club, we talk about that stuff together, right? And the only way to get more comfortable with it is to suck it up and do it. Oh, you're not wrong, I'm sorry for being resistant. It's not good to say suck it up because it sounds like their feelings don't matter. Right, my bad, it's just a habit I need to break. Well, anyway, who's gonna start? I'll start. I was the first to join after all. Haha, wouldn't that be me? No, I wanna go first. Fine, fine, you can start, I don't mind. Yay. So... Gosh, it feels like so long ago. I think I joined because I want to have fun sharing poems with people. It seemed like it would be a safe way to express myself, you know, like if it's just a poem and I can share it with and feel like I'm burdening everyone with my problems. And I thought it would be really a good way to get to know other people too. So yeah, I was really surprised when I walked in and it was just Monica, and she was sleeping. Don't remind me of that, oh gosh. Yeah, but it seems like so much fun to help start a new club, especially since writing helped me so much. I want to see it help other people too. But it ended up being me who was just inspired because I remember feeling like Monica was just so sweet and nature, and then I could trust her with anything. It made me feel a lot less alone, having someone who knew even the bad things about me. And at that point I knew the literature club was going to be a special event for a lot of people. Yeah, I felt the same way. It really helped me give the club a more cohesive vision. Mein Gott, war das heute schon mal kurz? Technical difficulties. Ich wollte nur so blöde Kabel, den ich nicht brauche.
was so different from us, and Natsuki too. I think for Yuri it really helped me for me to take the leap before she was able to open up a little. But Natsuki was kind of the opposite, where she wasn't ready to get really close to someone really quickly. I never really thought about that sort of thing. I really feel like I've gotten better at understanding people's different needs. And that makes me really happy because my friends are just as important, the most important thing to me, and whatever new members we get will help them in those ways too. I don't know if I would have continued coming to the club if I went to you. Really? I know it wasn't too long ago, but I tried to think about my behavior back then. It was really short-sighted. The only reason I came was to find others who were into fantasy. I suppose it was my idea of making friends with people. I remember feeling uncomfortable because you and I have such different energy. I had such a specific idea of the kind of person I could be friends with, so when Sarah tried so hard to get to know me, I felt like I just was wasting her time. I think I was naive to assume that similar interests were the key component of friendship. Sarah and I were able to be friends because she always thinks about the needs of other people. That's something I never know how to do or even thought to do. But I stayed in the club thanks to that, and I started trying as hard as I could to understand people better. You really went above and beyond when it came to that. I was just super impressed. Well, I always said that I didn't know how to behave like a person who is easily liked by others like the two of you can. And because of that, I spent so much time thinking of my own behavior and all the wrong things I said. The whole time I should have been thinking about the other people instead, not myself. Once I started doing that, I was able to make friends with everyone else. Oh, also I discovered that sometimes I'm a better communicator when I take the time to write rather than speak. That's so strange the way things turn out. It's so far different from anything I ever would have expected. But I'm happy. I suppose we don't always know what we really need. Oh my gosh. You're so cute that I'm going to throw up. Okay, please don't do that, Sayori. Besides, I'm not cute. Hey, isn't that my line? Oh, well for me it's actually true, so... What are you saying? Nothing. I finished my part, so somebody else take that turn. My heart. Sayori, take some deep breaths. Okay, fine, I'll go. Yuri, I can't believe you're complaining about doing this and still went before me. What a show-off. I was just flying up, Sayori, it was the easiest to get it over with. Besides, you left out the most important thing that you can get out of this club. I did? Yeah, regular supply of your favorite cupcakes. Oh no, I forgot that too. I'm a traitor to the cupcake queen. Neither of you are forgiven. Looks like only Monica will be getting cupcakes next time. No, I can't eat that many cupcakes. Yeah, true, only Yuri can. Hey! Well, anyway, I'm just putting off talking. It's kinda hard to talk about this stuff. But I guess what it comes down to is that I'm in much better place mentally than I was when I first joined. And that's because everyone helped me realize that I had some really toxic friendships going on outside the club. It was honestly a really painful thing to go through, having to cut them out. It still hurts to think about. I'm sorry, Natsuki. It's fine, I knew it was for the best, and I was right. I guess for me it's all about the feelings. All about feelings. I was only ever ridiculous for having feelings, so I thought the right thing to do was to just ignore them. It took me a really long time to realize it's not really how things are supposed to work. And I guess that's thanks to everyone who took time to respect my feelings when I was being the biggest jerk. I'm really sorry for being such a jerk to everyone. I was really the worst. Natsuki's voice chokes a little. We love you, Natsuki. I just hate that I was like that. Everyone did so much for me and I could never do anything in return. That's not true. Natsuki. You've done a lot more than you think. This club really wouldn't have been the same without you, I mean that. Remember how judgmental I was when you first showed up? It was like I couldn't accept anything other than my own idea of what a literature club was supposed to be. Apparently that was more important to me than the opportunity to bring you some happiness. You really taught me that anything that makes someone happy is worthy of respect. You even inspired me to start playing piano. That's something that means a whole lot to me. So there's no need to put yourself down. Okay, Natsuki wipes her eyes. You helped me a lot too. It's so much fun to have you around. And you helped me become a better person. Having a problem doesn't make you needy or inconvenient. It means that there's something that needs to be better for you, and you always deserve that. I agree. Seeing us have some of the struggles made me a better person as well. I wouldn't want to change anything about our time here. So, I'm sorry I got all dramatic again. That's all I want to say, so Monica can go now. There's no need to apologize, it was something I want to talk about anyway because it made a big difference for me. But everyone kept proving me wrong. I made the mistake multiple times thinking that my way was best for everyone. Of thinking that I was need to solve other people's problems, but I think being a leader means that they have to acknowledge that they're not perfect and that the best thing you can do is help guide people rather than do everything for them. We're all good people, we're all equals. I think that's the most important thing I've gotten out of the club, realizing what that really means. Sayori, what are you doing? I just thought that we should be writing some of the things down. Things about the club that are valuable to us. By a piece of chalk in her hand, Sayori writes the word trust on the chalkboard. This is because you showed me that I could trust you with everything about me, not just the good side. Suddenly Yuri takes a piece of chalk as well. She writes understanding. I owe a lot of gratitude to everyone who took the time to understand me, even though it was so difficult for me to express myself. In that case... Monica takes a piece of chalk as well and writes the word respect. I always thought I was a respectful person, but it took the club for me to realize that I was more to it than I thought, and I'm a better person because of it. I have another one. Sayori writes balance. Sometimes people want different things out of a friendship, or they need time before they're ready to become close. So it's important to keep things balanced between you and the other person. That reminds me. Yuri writes reflection. I've always been a reflective person, but most of it has been nothing more than hating myself for all the things I thought I did wrong. Once I start reflecting on other people and not just myself, a lot of things changed for me, so I think that's the most important to me. That's great, we have a whole list of things now. Suddenly everyone turns to look at Natsuki. While everyone took all the chalk, don't look at me like that, jeez. You could have just asked. Monica hands a piece of chalk to Natsuki. Then Natsuki sighs and writes self-love. I don't know how far we've gotten with it yet, but it feels like things are at least on the right track. So that's my contribution. Together everyone stares at the words on the boards. Wasn't this club supposed to be about literature? It is, we still do a lot of literature. Friendship and literature. Yeah, you're right. Friendship and literature. Natsuki and Yuri gently nod as well. Hey, let's all take a picture together. We don't have one yet, right? Hey, you're right. Make sure you send it to me after. Wait, can I brush my hair first or something? Oh, you're fine. You already have the best hair out of all of us. Everyone get together. I can't fit you all in. Okay. Okay, everyone ready? And click. I'm really glad we talked about this stuff. It's easy to forget how far we've come with only 4 members. Yeah, I have so many happy thoughts right now. Oh no. I'm getting some really good inspiration for a poem. You know, I feel the same way. I kinda want to go get some writing done. Me too. I think I would like that as well. Everyone's looking at me again. I'll do it too, but I might not feel like sharing it. That's okay. The 4 members of Literature Club disperse and return to the desk, each equipping themselves with a pen. Natsuki and Yuri give each other a quick glance and start writing immediately. Sayuri stretches, then does the same. Monika's left tapping a pen against the paper, unsure of where to start. Just move your hand. Monika moves to herself. Write the way into your heart. A mind full of thoughts, memories and inspiration, Monika navigates past the mental barriers and begins to write. Doesn't matter what, just that it's something new. Oha. Spiel fertig oder was? Toll. Auf alle Fall, ich weiß nicht, ob ich total Chabot oder nicht. Mir, ja, Side Story ist das auch. Was halt mehr raus. Wo bist du lang, weil ich mich frage, wo ich doch für als lesen so. Das wäre schon lange bis mir spannend. Mir macht so viel lesen, tue ich wirklich gern. Mir, keine Ahnung, war interessant, also. Oha. Das ist mal fertig. 98%. War 98%. Das ist aber noch ein Secret Sach. Everyone said cheese. Okay, now everyone make a funny face.
Ich weiß, was lo noch fehlt. Pictures haben wir all. Das weiß ich, ich weiß, was lo fehlt. Da fehlt so mega. Da fehlt so mega fucking creepy shit einfach. Ja, weil du kennst den Song. Wie ist der scheiß Song? Mir ist schon der Song. Ich muss dir irgendwie mega lang laufen lassen. Und dann. Warte. Ich geh dann danke googeln, das ist mal mir sicher. Aber das ist auch so mega bescheuerte Scheiß. Oh nee. Ich geh danke an. DDLC 98%. Stimmt. Weil wo, wenn du alles gemacht hast, muss noch so ein kleiner Sach, Mann. Mhm. Okay, ich hab kurz angebracht, alles okay. Ich gucke gerade wie in Heide die letzten 2% da rein. Played the song, but, ich muss ja nicht DDLC plus 100, plus 100. Ich muss ja kurz nur sicher, wie man das da macht. Mir schaut am Kopf, wo, du musst Candy Hearts ziemlich lang laufen lassen. Du lässt schon auch mal Tisch, du setzt dich dann Speaker bis mir hart. Hä, sind irgendwie dumm oder so? Ich fand gerade die Scheiße an. Okay, warte kurz. Ah, hi, Walkthrough Guide. Da, 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 da. Hä? Warte, ich muss kurz. Get all picture. Ich hatte irgendeine Seite halt. Fertig. Nee, noch nicht fertig. 98%. Ich muss nur noch einen kleinen Sachen. Ich weiß nicht mehr, was das vor. Ah, schon die Citram von die Stimme uns gesagt schon. So, launch all pictures wirklich. Nee, was vor Candy Hearts, lo mal. Aber du musst ja, also ich weiß, dass du musst Candy Hearts ummachen, aber du musst irgendwie ja, du musst es ja, so ziemlich lang laufen lassen. Und dann, äh, wait, a stream frozen oder was? Nee, das ist frozen. Ja, ist gerade AFK, ist gerade am Sichten, hi. Nimm einen Kehr laufen lassen, dann müsst ihr nur anlocken. war ein Speaker von meinem Monitor und bis mir hat das auch actually muss Matler dran. So. Ah, ich mein schon, dass dem was das Stück so schon, ja. Ja. Nimm ein. Ah, okay, nee, dachte haben wir das selbst geschrieben. You should now have 98 or 99% data collection. To get 100%, you must know the music when you listen to the song Candy as on loop for about 10 minutes. Okay, der Tisch muss on loop actually, man. For about 10 minutes or about 4 loops of the song. Then back out of the music menu onto the menu screen. Open the music panel again and listen to Candy Ads again. This time it will be a much more eerie version. Once you have listened to this all the way through, you should have 100% data collection. Go into side stories and there's now an 8 option test VM. Running this should give you the achievements. Na nee, ich cool, das manchmal im zweiten Loop. Okay. Ja, keine Ahnung, das heißt, man muss nicht so bisschen unhören, ne? Ja, das heißt, back out of the music menu onto the menu screen. Heißt, man geht dann einfach raus und dann gehen wir ran. Okay, dann chillen wir halt ein bisschen, ne? Ich wollte auch mal alles anstreamen. Musst du schon die Final VM unlocken? Ne, ich kann die halt nicht durch die Test VM. Kein schon durch. Steht hier. Wäre schön, aber nur 98%. Ich muss ja nicht mehr das machen. Ah, RIP. Hat schon alles für die Side Series gewonnen dafür. Ups. Okay. Warte, sind gleich rum durch. Ich muss kurz mein Headset ausziehen. So, ich meine, wenn der Song noch nicht durchgelaufen ist, dann meint es zwar aber gut. Also, da haben wir genug Loops gelauscht, hat I guess, ne? Ich meine, das ist doch schon der Feierten dann halt. Literally. Oder? Schon nur gezählt. Okay, Hecht lo halt rausgehen. Oh nee, du unlockst den Song nicht mehr, wenn den du inne steht. Candy hat's mit sie. Aber an dem Guide-Stung halt, aber ich soll der Blue drin rausgehen aus dem Music Menu raus. Vielleicht von Strom rausgehen aus dem Do. Ne? Ich probiere das geschwind, weil kurz stehen zu lernen. Ich nehme gerade pur mein Gamecube auf der TC. Aber vielleicht kann ich Candy halt wenn ich wie an dem enge Guide-Stung halt aus dem Music Menu rausgehen und darum ran. So. Den hat noch nicht gespielt. Bei sicher, das. Ja, mir ist schon. Ja, mit dem hat. Kann aber nicht sein. Da warten wir validieren, nicht lo. Mal gucken, ob das ein Hoax ist. 100%. Ha. Gesehen wir nur, ne? Stehst. Raus. Ran. Wait, what? Ich mal hier raus. Ran. Ähm. Huh. Ma, das ist ein wichtig so tun. Und das war einfach warten und könnt ja mal, weil ich hier rausgegangen sind. Nee, it can't naturally. Schon casually am Lausch und komm einfach auch. Oh no. Okay, warte, das heißt, wir müssen Anker lauschen. Warte, ich will gucken, was passiert, wenn man den Anker lauschen. Könnt ihr die Version? Ja, so könnt ihr. Ah, das ist der mit einer Minute. Wait, da kannst du die normale Version nicht mehr rumkreien. Ah. Okay, hier scheißt die normale Version lo. Du meinst die sortet. Haben wir die wohl gerade bis mehr. Ah, ne, heißt direkt mit dem Trade Part. Du hast dann logged los, gut. Oh. Ja, da soll ja bei Sites da. Okay, das ist schon 100%. Mit der Tote muss schon noch abmachen, ne? Und dann. Finally the end. Oh no. Oh no. mal meinen Background-Musik auf Spotify aus für besseren Effekt. Hey. Aber circular with the focal point in the center. Okay. Connection lost. Oh. Kein Schlagabsatz-Hilfe heißt und das. Soll ich weiterladen lassen? Soll ich mal ein A drücken? Ich weiß nicht, ob Luna etwas passiert. Einfach weiter drücken oder. Ähm, ja, ich drücke einfach weiter. Okay, warte, c'est là, on raus, auch im Racker. Rebonjour, moyen. Okay, das heißt, es passiert einfach, ah ne, have died so that most worth will be able to ascend. Äh, wenn er theoretisch die ganze Zeit drum raus, auch im Ra geht, kann irgendwann alles entziffern, I guess. Weil für drunter haben wir ja echt so einen Deal unlocked, der mir mittig war. Das ist dann immer nach Love Stuff für Potential Sequel. Okay, mir schwangen, wenn du halt die ganze Zeit drum raus auch im Ra gehst, da kannst du ja ähm, so loser das entziffern. Liest du Reddit-Thread für all die Lore. Okay, das heißt, das war's jetzt, ne? Data collected 100%. Also resümiert für von Episode 1 bis 7 mit dem Filler bei 6. Ähm, et war schon cool. Also, das ist bestimmt yep 101%. Wie? Muss ich das da machen? Wow. Das muss ich mal ganz sicher durchlesen gehen. DDLC 101%. Zum Beispiel bei Donkey Kong Country 64. Ah, nee, du hörst es. Okay. Wenn's wir haben technically also 101. Ah, okay, ja, wenn so du drüber nachdenkst. Okay, right, Agatzen. Mir ja, wohl ganz cool, das Spiel mal länger durchzuspielen. Also, keine Ahnung. Mal gucken, ob wir so Bilder durch. Hat wo cool, das Ganze mal durchzuspielen, ist bestimmt nur die 5. Ja, obwohl, wenn ihr guckt, mit all den Sachen, die ich auch machen müsst, für Achievements anzulocken und das Spiel locker schon 20 Mal durchgespielt. Ah, okay, durchgespielt, mehr so richtig durchgespielt. Wird das vielleicht schon bald die 5. oder so. Oder 4. ja, ich weiß nicht. Waren die Sachen, wo ich halt Achievements mit anlocken, das ist dann noch locker, keine Ahnung, wirklich oft durchgespielt. Also, ich will das halt schon gut. Side Stories, du findest doch halt viel raus. Wo vielleicht kannst du ein bisschen mehr öde, mehr, keine Ahnung. unusual poem by Yuri. Load me. Du hast bestimmt 60% von der Story an die Side Stories nicht ver. Wei, hä? Schon alles durchgelesen, schon alles verstanden. Ich hab gar nichts gemacht. Gar nichts. Na, schon alles gecheckt. Also ich schon halt so bemerkt, dass jetzt doch so pure Referenzen kommen und so, meh. Ne, schon alles, schon nicht gerusht. Schon alles selber durchgelesen. Hans wird zwar schon anstrengend, so einfach durchzuhalten, so, weil sie so lang dauern, meh. Ja, die Lore ist ja basically, dass, oh, mit Lore ist ja basically, dass irgendwie, Monika so getestet gouf, für das hat, quasi, irgendwie, also, okay, so mit die 4 Main Teams von each Character, aber meinst für Themes, also so, keine Ahnung. Ja, auf alle Fall. Oh no. The protagonist's bedroom. Protagonist's kitchen, Sarah's bedroom. Ah, stimmt, da ist der Main Character kühn wie ihn ausgesagt. Alles verstanden als jedem Mau. All Character wurden Trade an the Side Stories behandelt. Ma, ich schon das verstanden. Ich kann sie das, also ich schon das bemerkt an der Side Story selber. Ist das mit Respect, Understanding und so weiter. Auch bisschen die Trades halt so. Lokal kann ich das aber nicht so. Und mir schon das aber verstanden. Ähm. Dum, du, 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 dum, 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 du, du, dum. Oha, interesting, die Early Designs. Schon mal das mal nie richtig angeguckt. Oha, oha. Hm, 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 hm. Da, 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 da. Und das war's. Tisch bei der Musik haben wir nur noch mal die zwei Versionen. Candy Hearts und Candy Hearts. Oha, oha. So, dann war's das wohl, ne?
wundert mich, dass du von etwas zwingen, dass ich spielen am Platz zu Klonor, der FF7. Stimmt, ich könnte dich zwar, ja, mir das auch gesagt, du wolltest nicht mehr unbedingt spielen, aber jetzt auch keine Ahnung. Gebe ich auch so an. Okay, I trust you, und zumindest, ma, voilà, voilà. Ja, also ich check wirklich, also, ja. Wie gesagt, war ziemlich cool. Ich wollte halt auch einfach weitermachen, weil ich weiß halt aber nicht so, halt halt beim Lesen, das wurde immer ein bisschen nervig so. Und plus so, die ganze Zeit Wasser saufen und so, keine Ahnung mehr. Ich wollte wirklich auch hab's halt fertig machen, was ich mal anfangen so. Ist ja immer so ein Spezialist einfach Matzen dran sitzen, so, nö, kein Bock mehr. Da werden sie aber Schluss so, es sind so bald fertig, da werden sie, wait, was du meinst so, dass ich kein Interesse und von wo aus die random ass Excuse kommen. Weil kein Interesse in FF7, ne? Schon kein Interesse in Doki Doki. Nee, ja, keine Ahnung halt. Okay, da muss ich lo abschreiben, dass Doki Doki nicht mehr am Laufen ist. Active Projects, Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, deleten. Okay, Sachen, die ich noch irgendwann spielen kann. 3 Sachen stehen dann ab. Und das ist. Enjoyst du überhaupt wie Cringe Emojis? Ja, manisch. Ah, nee, Visual Novels schon. Äh, Wanderlesen, Schläfer am Kopf, mir so hart lesen. Und da waren auch halt, ob man so ein bisschen Action dabei ist. Mir wirklich nicht mehr lesen, sind schon mal so, ich weiß nicht. Mit war cool, also. Ähm, mir lösen nach 3 Sachen. Kingdom Hearts 1 muss ich noch weiterspielen. Dann Ganrompa, an Luigi's Mansion. Muss schon mal nicht umgehen und Luigi's Mansion 3 ist frisch. Ja, mich so der Pummel, das schnell interessiert sind, einfach sie anlöst, mich gezwungen, das zu spielen. Das ist nur ein Beispiel, dass ich nicht gehe auf, mich zu zwingen, das Game zu spielen. Ach so. Stimmt. War gegebenenfalls Süsterland angefangen, wir können zu so auch anderen. Also, ich schon dazu ein bisschen vergisst gehabt. So, schön nach einer Ideen. Schön nach einer Ideen. Wie wenn du zum Beispiel Steins geht spielen gehst, also das fertig. Oh, mit lauter Handling, so mit Text gehst du Anime gucken. Ha, das ist ein gut froh. Na, halt viel lesen, so sind wir ein bisschen so, oh, ich weiß nicht. Ich meine, ich gebe sogar noch echt schon Anime halt gucken, so. Meine ich einfach. Naja, FF7 hat sowieso kein so ein gut Story wie FF4. Das kann ich noch nicht so. Aber ja. Active, also Kingdom Hearts 1 muss ich noch weiterspielen. Danganronpa, Trigger, Happy Havoc muss ich auch noch weiterspielen. Boah, du sind schon Monst. Ja, obwohl, du könnt noch bis Snaps. Du wärst gesinn. Ma jo. Ja, Danganronpa sind ich ja Chapter 2 bis 200 schon gespielt vor 50.000 Jahren. Aber du könnt auch noch ordentlich ab, so ist so. Das halt viel Text, wie du verstehst, Alkohol viel mehr an sich voll und das ist mir lange nicht gekartet an 12 Episodes. Stimmt, Scenes geht es mega kurz. Luigi's Mansion 3, du kannst doch noch etwas Fettes. Luigi's Mansion 3 ist auch nicht mega, mega kurz. Das ist keine boring, du nur geht es so fucking gut. Okay. Ich gucke wahrscheinlich nach, wie viele Spieler die nicht kein spielen. Bar oder als, keine Ahnung. Ah, stimmt, ich kann aus meiner Which Games to Playlist kannst du die DLC endlich rausstreichen. Let's fucking go. Perfekt. Gibt noch viel zu spielen. Endlich kränische Träum. Ja, mat Foto, wenn sich für so fuck, ich muss weiterspielen, das soll das Spiel zurückkriegen. Aber ich schon sogar raus, da weißt du, dass ich dabei für Mur. Und wirst du gesehen, hier am Stream, wie es rausgemobst wird.
Ja, das Spiel war ganz cool, also halt, schon ja schon ganz gespielt gehabt, aber die kleinen Editions, das ist lustig. Keine Ahnung, ich kann das nach 50 Mal spielen. Um ehrlich zu sein. Ah, ich muss mehr auch immer für Mühe. Ich muss halt Mario Kart raus. So. Ah, das ist der Beweis, wenn man da on-stream Doki Doki raus ist, Smash ran. Voilà. Ich will überhaupt nicht Playtime mal gucken bei Doki Doki. Ich weiß nicht, ob so viel dabei nicht könnt. 15 Stunden, aber noch. Wow. Ja, ziemlich kurz. Wenn es halt streamst, dann was nicht mehr so kurz. Dies, das. Ähm, ja, war sehr guten Aufbau auch. Eigentlich kann gut sein, dass du trotzdem vergisst wärst. Nee, ich packe natürlich an. Ich gebe vergessen Webcam ich will mich auch nicht unbedingt halt leaken, auch wenn das sowieso kein obvious ist. Mir egal. Ha, ich packe es sogar an. Extra low, für das ich nicht vergessen. So, hast du angepackt. Für was du da Uhrzeit? Obwohl am Anfang, obvious. Was tun ich überhaupt? Kopfhörer, Splitter, Sprochner. Oh, ich bin ganz das Setup aufrichten. Oh. Face Reveal, Leak. Nehmen 1500 Stunden mehr Smash für Doki Doki. Ma ja. Kann man will endlich wissen, wie es aussieht. Vergiss nicht, dass du auch kriegst vom DDLC-Spiel. Oh, gut, dass du mich erinnert hast. Das hat Stadtlerweg vergessen. Das hat schon seriös vergessen. Ich muss doch vielleicht kurz ändern mein Regal. So. Wo leitet dann? Doki Doki Literaturclub. Ich muss kurz sichern. Ah, da. Ah, fuck, ich komm nicht dran. So, schon nicht. Okay, das kannst du auch. Deshalb hat dort gerade eine Website reveal. Checken die Link. Tja, wo ist der lang Schlauchfreundin? Ja. Ah, ja, stimmt's. Und plus, ich wollte Spiele halt auch fertig spielen, weil Salvatore hat er doch heute gestreamt gehabt. Und da werden sie wohl so, okay, ich will das für den fertig. Und ich weiß nicht, ob ich das schlussendlich auch für den fertig konnte. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich gerade streamt. Also Salvatore ist ja den DDRC gemäht wird. Er hat gesagt, er wird halt bis streamen, für mit der Community zu connecten. Und hat so zitiert. Ich fand mich noch ziemlich gut. Mir, ich weiß nicht, ob er im Gang ist. 2,5 Projects. 5 Minuten ago. Wait, mir wenn ja sind. Okay, das heißt schon so keine Sequels ungekündigt, oder wie soll ich das verstehen? Mir streamt den dann noch oder hat der schon gestreamt? Doki Doki, keine Jugendfreigabe. Einfach die ganze Cover so. Normal gesagt, dieses Spiel ist nicht für Kinder und sensible Personen geeignet. Nehmen Website auf Twitter revealed. Ah, okay, der Tisch. Ah, okay, not. Ah, ja, stimmt, Time Zones. Aha, der Tisch von mir sehr wie hin. Easy win. So hat der Spieler so einer Küst und das Brett für Matsu hören. Voilà. Ähm. Das Witz ist, was ich nimmer fand, als dann halt Leute zu so und sie sollen ein Spiel spielen, ohne dass sie halt wussten, was ob sie so können. Ich gebe Spiel auch am liebsten von einer blind spielen, von ich kann einfach so Memory erasen und einer für viel fangen, für so cool mehr. Tip top, ja. Aber weil Ladefehler spielen, ich bin das so hilarious einfach. Zum als On-Stream oder so, keine Ahnung. Das fand ich schon am coolsten, weil ich auch im Stream davor so witzig. Hey, einfach gut, keine Ahnung gehabt, was ob hinzu könnt. Ich war so, scheiß Dating Simulator. Ja, das ist einfach so ein. Ja, wir haben auf alle Fall nach genug Sachen, die ich spiele, kenne ich von On-Stream. Aber Super Mario Odyssey muss, also schon wirklich alles abgeschrieben, was da so absteht, theoretisch für mich. Super Mario Odyssey Balloon Mode, darüber Caramel, Splatoon 2 Story Mode, Cattails, Mario Golf Super Rush, Delta Rune, ein paar Sachen, die streame Kate. Der ist Webs bei, keine Ahnung, ne, hätten haben wir doch schon gefangen, so jedenfalls. Metroid Dread wollte ich sowieso ja weiter machen. Mario Sunshine kennt der Mann, Mario Galaxy auch. Xenoblade Chronicles kennt auch machen. Luigi's Mansion sowieso. Keine Ahnung. Nier Replicant hat ich auch schon gefangen. Kingdom Hearts 1 sowieso. Aber ich mag mal sowieso noch genug zu dienen, also. Honeypop 2 kennt der Stream. Nee, obwohl, ne, Lever hat ich gecancelt gehen. Ich gibt mega gecancelt gehen. Aber 14 kennt den auch. Nicht mit der Maus. Ah ja, mit der Maus. Ich weiß selber, das bei Josh mega scary wirklich. So, die nicht, weil ich denke Reactions dann immer hun. Ja, das da. Stimmt, Josh mit der Maus. Das war so. Oh nee, das war so krass. Ich wusste das für selber nicht mal. Ich guck noch, ob die überhaupt noch von ein paar Clips gehen. Ja, bestimmt. Oh mein Gott. Toxin D12. Ich guck nur einfach die Clips, wo Schaustadt gespielt wird. Ah, das ist der, wo Yachi Trombone gespielt hat. Ja, wir wissen die DLC-Clips, die waren nicht so popular leider. Mit Pedro, du hast ja alles geklippt gerade von ihm. Video on Demand. Oha, Domingo. Oh. Ja, keine Clips haben doch chronologisch, sagt er. Aha.
Wie Josh, oh mein Gott, das war so hilarious. So hilarious, was Josh da gespielt hat. Das war einfach best feeling, das war so witzig. So, was ist da? Oh, mit dort Josh schon alles durchgeskippt den Hund. Ah, stimmt schon davon. Das war so hilarious, was Josh. Taiko Sharingan. Also, Taiko Sharingan. Ne, ich guck da gerade nicht mehr Clips am Anfang. Ich will nicht kurz spielen halt. Für mit Kai Gitarren bis zu flexen, ne. Jumpscare von die DLC, wait a moment. Also, klar, sind nicht. Ah, wir haben den Bot ausgelesen, das war hilarious. Der George Ringo einfach, den hast du viel. Guck mal, bei einer Raps vorne. Weil du fandest funny, weil es dann viel besser Audio-Qualität ist für gewisse der von sich streamen. Reaction Stream. Reaction Stream. Am Anfang. Okay, der Mann, irgendwie gehört dir das so. Okay, da war's. Ja, Leute, von sich streamen diese verloren im Kopf. Okay, warte, wir spielen einfach Kai-Gitarren. Einfach das Prinzip, ob Extreme natürlich. Und dann machen wir einen kleinen Reaction-Stream, ob Talks und sind Clips. Obwohl ich schon im Kopf, dass das echt schwer war, ich weiß nicht mehr. Wir spielen Kai-Gitarren, aber nicht doch Extreme, weil das war ein bisschen sehr extrem. Ja, wir haben schon ein goldenes Kron, so, keine Ahnung. Bro. Ja, das... Ja, den meinen noch immer, die können Smash spielen. Naja, kann es aber nicht. Ah, komm mal, die Probleme nur nicht, wie immer.
Oh, das ist so scheiß. One Piece. Ja, dem. Noch mal. Ah, okay, nee, okay, okay. One Piece. Okay. Ah, warte. Ah, ich schon einfach Wiko. Ja, ah, ja, schon wieder. Ah, ich kann einfach nicht, also ich gesehen heute kommen, mir Hand mir einfach nicht mehr Mod so. Also die sind einfach nicht mehr sehr genau so. Ich weiß genau, wo die Noten sind. Ich habe den Song x-mal gespielt und ich kann einfach, also. Meine Fanger sind einfach so. Aber ich weiß einfach genau, was halt so können. Nee, das ist einfach, keine Ahnung. Das ist, falls du die Drums nicht hörst. Sonst, ne, kommen nicht beide getrippelt. Wie viel One-Piece-Opening hast du da, Kollege? Keine Ahnung. 5? Ich weiß nicht. Okay, komm, ich spiele den schwersten Song am ganzen Spiel. Mehr aber schwer nicht actually extreme, oder? Das ist halt das. Ab irgendeinem Niveau halt aus, du kannst wirklich nicht mehr nochmal Drums spielen, weil ab irgendeinem Niveau gedacht, also ab irgendeinem Punkt, what the fuck, dude, willst du mich verarschen? So, was soll ich sagen? Also, ja, mehr war ab irgendeinem Punkt gesagt, du direkt tanzt da. Ab irgendeinem Punkt geht wirklich fucking schwer, und du kannst bald nicht mehr nochmal Drums mal gefehlt, du meinst manchmal hart. Willst, ja, also, was soll ich sagen? Joshua, Fake-Fan. Das ist den echten Opening im Timescale ab 15. Ah, hä, ich wusste das. Ja, okay, ich mache halt Switch aus. Ich habe kurz einen kleinen Black Screen gesehen. Me, das ist okay. Mein Bruder mischt mir nicht machen. Ich muss Pro Controller nicht finden. So. Das, dies, das, so. Warte, tun Josh raus, um mein Setup anzupacken. Oh mein fucking Gott, Baltierung aus egal. Da warte, ich muss PC-Screen, ich muss das ja alles hier Crash konfigurieren, mir das muss gehen. Da können wir ein bisschen so gucken hier. Ja, genau. Aber jo, ich stelle vor, heute Problem halt. Da warte, ich muss ja bei Live, das ist ja ein Quelle adden. Ich muss auch gucken, da dann Input, also den Desktop-Audio hat Matriz so. Ähm, Video auf dem Bildschirm. Einfach Bildschirmaufnahme, ne? Boah, ich geh lo, aber schlafen und nur nach Matinee der Formation. Ah, ja, stimmt, stimmt. Okay, dann, good luck, have fun. Obwohl, have fun ist der Mann, me, ja. Aber mein Screen ist actually ein bisschen zu groß. So. Oh. Voilà. Ist gut so, ne? Hier darf mich so klappen. Guck mal, ist das halt ein bisschen un, ne? Du musst Grand Slab Animal Bout streamen. Toxin Tantin. Ja, wir sind halt auch mal auf Twitch, ne? Chillen. Spotify Conjectually aus, Mann. Ich Bock auf Copyright Strike. Falls ich halt Musik. Ja, wohl. Oh mein Gott, ich hasse nicht, wenn er automatisch Scheiß lebt. Anmelden. Oh, ich hab Bock da drauf. Kann man gerne versuchen. Toxin D12. Ich weiß nicht, ob man überhaupt das hören kann, das ist das Problem. Registriere dich und genieße die Inhalte von Hal ob. Ähm, oh mein Gott, das muss registrieren, das nervt so krass sei. So. Hallo, why? Wer passt wieder generieren? So, guck mal, gar kurz, aber nicht mehr gar. Da auch eine Mail. Voilà, auch geluckt. So, da können wir mal der ganze Scheiß gucken. Oh, Loot. Hm. Okay, So. Äh, Uploads. Ich weiß nicht, wie ich kann die DLC-Daten bewusst sich... Nee, nicht Uploads. Einfach Clips, ne? Oder frühere Übertragungen. Ah, dort haben wir zwei Sachen. Okay, da gehen wir bei... Nee. Ich hoffe, ich kann Clips nur Zeit sortieren, weil da kann ich top alle filtern nach Clips. Und wir wollen ja eine relativ gute Übersicht für eine DLC können. Den hatte ich gesehen, da kann man nicht gucken. Oder vergesst den Dude. Hey, Steps, Pedro. Ah, ne, war schon Desktop Audio ja gemutet. Können wir gerne kurz zurück. Nope. Ja, schon ein bisschen gerade messed up. Ich muss ja die ganze Zeit nur die Clip-Lupe für zu gucken, sobald das Sound hat. Ah, okay, ich muss actually meinen Junker. Ich meine, ich muss ja kurz die Source deleten. Ähm. Da wird nur kurz nicht mehr gesehen. Und, so. What that? So. Und ich hab's falsch gemacht. Oder Asset Screen Capture oder. Kann man deleten das nein, ja. So. Ähm. Browser, also ich muss ja gerade bis gucken, für das anzustellen. Square zum Beispiel Webseiten, Widgets und Streaming. Pflanzen, die einen kompletten Computerbildschirm. Audioausgabe, Spielaufnahme. Meisten modernen. Wait, what? Nee, ich will keine Spiele erfassen. Nee. Warte, Pedro, was muss ich noch mehr als Quelle? Wen Quelle muss es sein? Halt einfach Screen Record, ne? window. Gut froh. Und deleten das nachher. Ich gucke also ja. Ne, Widgets ist ja nicht. Ah, okay, okay. So. Aufnahmemethode automatisch. So. Okay, Window gesagt, Lutzer, alle was. Okay, so. Window gesagt, das ist so easy. Ah ne, warte, ich muss bis mehr Klang skalieren. Oh mein Gott. So. Ah, aber mein Taskbar nicht dabei ist, gesagt das so aus. Hm. So. Ich muss mal gucken, für halt irgendwie das Sound dabei zu kreieren. Das ist ein bisschen das Problem. Desktop Audiogerät 1. Hm. Weil schon die Angst Soundquelle halt aus, dass sie sofort gemäht gehabt. Mir das kennt vielleicht hi. Ich meine schon nicht. Okay, okay. So, kennt lo klappen. Dann schon mal lösen, weil das ist das Maximum.
Fate that we would eat each
Ah,
other,
perfekt. Perfekt.
get to happy ending, but I patiently waited years to do that with me, Toxin. Can I say no? Will, oh my fucking god, what the hell?
Wie ist beim Sound mehr hart oder mehr los?
Hello? Fate that we would eat each other, and now we get to happy ending, but I patiently waited years to do that with me, Toxin. Can I say no? Will, oh my fucking god, what the hell?
Los, do. Okay, warte, ein bisschen mehr hart.
Hello? Oh, Jesus.
So. Aber try to do the random ass gewischt, ne? What the fuck, dude, was ist das für ein?
Fate that we would eat each other, and now we get to happy ending.
Was kann man nach
But I
Fetoxin
patiently
Clips
waited
gucken?
years to do that with me, Toxin. Can I say no? Will, oh my fucking god, what the hell?
Oh, guck, na, den Toxin Clip.
I don't care about Nsuki or whatever this goes. If she kisses me, well then I'll stop. What the just happened?
Oh no. Wat war noch für George? Monkeys can die.
I did see that. I did see that. I saw that. Right, this is the same one as before, so we don't give a shit. Monkeys can climb, monkeys can die, whatever. I don't like your poem shit. Some of them are really creepy. Oh, you. Alright,
Dann Judy. Guck mal den Anker.
tell me, Toxin, tell me you want me to accept my confession. Do I say no? Hell no. Ha 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 ha. Oh sh.
George, oh nee. Ah nee, er sitzt einfach. Bruh. George hat einfach gut keinen Bock mehr. Den Clip haben wir gesehen. Ah, was den Doki Doki gucken. Sehen wir uns den Ecker ran.
See, aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? I rather fucking die than fucking talking to you. Stop, Jesus fucking Christ. I think I'm going to vomit. That was a sustain. And she did... said she touched... Never mind, yeah. Yeah, I hope so as well. Okay, Natsuki. Bring me some enlightenment. I know you don't...
Warte mal, nach den hat man geguckt. Ah ne, hat man den geguckt. Ah ne, man hat den das von dem... Ja. What the fuck for that, dude?
What the fuck did I just read? Help me. What the fuck is this? I'll give myself paper because your skin oil enters my stream. What the fuck is this? Somebody take this game off me. You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really going to want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait.
Und nur wie ihn hält, das ist den mega corrupted ass Poem da. Just Monica's high. Erzähl mal, was den
Alright,
noch machen.
get a life noob? Yeah, shut the fuck up, wave. Fuck. What is this? Should I go with Monica? Should I go with Monica? No, Natsuki. What is happening? My mouse.
Ah, ja, das ist wegen Maus und Monika gepult wird. Stimmt, das war...
What the fuck? I did not meant to press that. 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 Yeah, you picked me. No, I didn't.
Ah, nee. Was tun wir noch high? Ich muss immer mehr weiter raufscrollen, mir das okay. Das war einfach so witzig. Oh, komm, wurde das alles? Ah, mit Pedro ist doch bestimmt mehr Clips gemacht, ne? Weil ich könnte gerade nichts mehr. Aber ein Jumpscare, der kann ein bisschen hart gehen, so ein Schlimmer. Guck mal, den extra Mädels.
Jesus Christ, dude, are you serious? She's just trying to make me look bad. It's not true. Why, dude? Why? I'm just trying to read.
What the fuck, dude? Get my gewisse Fin Trash.
Alright, get a life noob? Yeah, shut the fuck up, wave.
Aber ich kann von gucken, wenn Clips du gemacht hast, Pedro, weil das ist ja die meiste gemäht. Oder? Obwohl du hast halt doch der viel für George gemacht. Videos. Empfohlen. Ah Ich kann nicht gucken. Ich folge nicht. Hä? So. Okay. Den dort nach. Den haben wir auch geguckt. Den haben wir auch geguckt. Da haben wir mal gesehen, so anscheinend. Ja, da haben wir anscheinend alle Clips gesehen. Oder Highlights vielleicht von Apps durch, ich weiß nicht. Ne, ne, war der Highlights vorher. Vielleicht von ja nicht ganz Remhai. Frühere Übertragungen. Ne, alle Videos einfach. Vielleicht. Ne, ne, leider nicht. When you follow up my non-streaming accounts. Ja. Okay, das fuhren dann wohl alle Clips. So. Mei, du hast aber den ganz. Hast du das ganze Video dann irgendwo oder aus der Sammlungen? Oh, Null-Sammlungen. Okay. Aber wo hast du dann halt all die Sachen? Jetzt sind mehr Clips wie dat. Ja, ich guck's halt nicht du gewesen, das ist dat. Ich gucke dann, kann ja so, ob ich noch irgendwas kann fahren. Das ist halt blöd, ich kann nicht filtern, das ist ein bisschen nervig. Also ich kann nicht ordentlich halt like Clips gucken. Ich kann halt top, man, mich halt gerne mal so, ich filter irgendwie nur Spiel, so. Aber ich kann halt, ja, es sind alle Top-Clips, das heißt, werde probably halt Clips, da sind die, warte, okay, sorry, ich hab mal gebracht. Pur mein Tier seitdem, ja, an Hunde-Video gefangen zu schneiden. Ja, ich weiß halt nicht, weil ich kann ja auch nicht in Tops gucken. Ich kann ja nicht alle Clips gucken, das ist halt dumm. Schon halt sonst nichts. Ah, doch, Gently Open the Door. Sorry, schon richtig geguckt hat. Den zählen wir auch nicht ran.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Fuck.
Einfach George. Ja, einfach gut keinen Bock mehr. Und plus, sie war so gut nicht sass vom Game. Einfach recht ab dem Moment, so. Das ist so hilarious.
Basically, get a life noob? Yeah, shut the fuck up.
War einfach so witzig. Den hat man geguckt. Ich gucke dann ganz genau, ob wir nichts verpasst haben. Ja, den haben wir ja geguckt. Monkeys Can Die haben wir auch geguckt. Den haben wir auch geguckt. Haben wir auch geguckt. Den haben wir auch geguckt. Ja, mir das ist nicht schlimm. Okay, dann, ja. Ich gehe jetzt schon mal an Endscreen. Dann, ja, massiv für halt no gucken. Wurde schon. Funny Stream hat halt gedauert. Vorweg, wie lange so schon gegangen? Ballfest, dann Pokémon zum Schluss ein bisschen so, chill und so. Mehr, ja, das war nice. GG. Merci. Ja, Molenka am Leben und auch mal mit Spieler fertig gespielt. On Stream, oha, oha. Starke Leistung fand ich. Für so wie mich, also ist das der Glanz der Toten. Ja, da machst du da dabei wird und so. Ist doch schon cool gewesen. Ja, der Langspiel durchmesser doch. Bisschen lame. Du wärst aber froh, dass ich nicht so lang gelost gauf. Und ja, das dat. Dann, ja, wir gesehen das irgendwann drin, wann ich morgen streamen werde. Aber ich werde wirklich gucken, für mich auf zu streamen. Ich weiß nicht, was ich soll weitermachen. Schon halt Luigi's Mansion, kind ich weiter, man Danganronpa oder Kingdom Hearts. Danganronpa, mein PC ist auch mit performant, das kann schon, also, bei Danganronpa frisst man nicht viel Leistungsstart. Mir, ja, ich gucke, vielleicht schaffen sogar Würfel. Obwohl Luigi's Mansion ist halt nicht viel Bock so. Plus das einfach das Setting. Ich spiele wirklich auf Ballen mit gerne im Oktober. Keine Ahnung. Oha, ja, schon Danganronpa nicht vergessen. Kingdom Hearts wird auch cool. Schon Kingdom Hearts Pro waren so mir einfach. Niemals spielst du Dangy Rangy Ram. Ah, wie weißt, du wirst gesehen. Zwar dann nicht mehr auf Deutsch, wie früher so cringe als mehr. Mein Dream, oh jo. Nee, und plus ist schon Chapter 2. Ich muss mal nicht, das ist ja nicht wie wann, also klar, das Spiel ist aber nicht mega kurz, so mehr. Es sind dann aber schon Chapter 2. Oha. Weil ich schon ja, also, auch ein Chapter 2, doch. Character Development. Voilà. Boah, ich muss das Spiel dafür mal installieren, aber geht da gemacht. Kann die Recap gehen von Chapter. Ne, ich weiß noch. Ich weiß noch Bescheid. Alles easy. Der Baseball-Guy ist halt do gestorben. That's it. Er hat ja, Dings. Er hat ja, den hat den Umbruch. Er hat das Mädchen Umbruch. Du sein Nummer da vergisst. Ja. Okay, mal schreiben auf Discord so weiter. Okay, dann wie gesagt, mach sie und ciao, ciao. Bis nächstes Mal.